What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? What is going on? Welcome to Points Blank Experience. It's your host that does the most, your boy Rod, one half of the classroom. And the classroom is a joint collaboration between Points Blank Experience, Just Asking for a Friend, two YouTube channels coming together to talk about relatable topics, thought-provoking topics. I want everybody to sit back, relax, get you some popcorn, whatever you're sipping on, and welcome to the classroom, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, yeah. I got the feeling we taking it all the way. I gotta get to the Hall of Fame. Been on the ground with a small delay. That's what it takes when you on your job. I'm working till everything fall in place. Like, nah, we not gonna fall today. Like, nah, we not gonna fall today. Like, oh, yeah, beanie up Scotty, we going up crazy, yeah, me and my posse. When it's time to get it, we body to body, cause bodies get left when we leave the party. Don't get me started, don't make me get out of character. That make you turn to a target. Dearly departed, making a scene like Martin. We up in the scores and the margins. Hey, yeah.
All right, let me make sure my co-host is ready. Your boy is ready, and she looks ready. Let me go ahead and bring her in here and see what's going on with the people. What is going on, Keisha? How you doing?
Hey, what's going on these back roads, these paved streets? How you been doing?
You know I can't call it. I've been busy, man. This is my third live stream in 3 days. So,
ooh, child.
Your boy been busy.
But that's what's up.
Yeah, that is what's up. I can't wait till tomorrow because I'm gonna be what's down. I'm gonna be chilling. I ain't gonna be doing nothing tomorrow.
I can't much blame.
So we got 3 real homies tonight, and in the building so far. I want to see who we got in here. We got Jerry Allen. We got the Nichols.
Hey, Nichols.
Hey, everybody, what's going on? So hello, Keisha and Rod and chat. What's going on? And Nichols said, hello, Rod, Keisha, and beautiful chat. Everybody speaking to one another. We got my other co-host, Tanya, in the building from Event Yours Experience. Hello, Rod and Keisha, watching while setting up. She'll be on these YouTube streets tonight as well. We got 9 real homies in the crib. Thank everyone for being here. And we also have the Experience with Sassy. Hey, Keisha,
hey.
Rod, driving and will be listening in.
Oh, okay.
Then we got Cheryl. Hey, how you doing, Miss Cheryl in the house? Say, hey, before I start, man, I want to tell y'all that first of all, I want to thank the viewers of the classroom, man. We've had some people that's been here every week, every episode. This is episode 10. And as you can see from the thumbnail, we're going to be talking about, is it time to leave the U.S.? Now, we're going to get into it in a second, but I want to thank everyone. Last night, I don't know what the number is right now. Last I checked, 1,007 views on Points Blank Experience last night, the live and direct series with Tanya from Event Yours. I was ecstatic, man. We want to have that same love tonight. We need you to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, because we're going to have fun on here as always, but we like to come on here and make people think, is it really time to leave the U.S.? Man, I don't know, but you're going to hear my thoughts tonight. What's up, Keisha? What you talking about with these leaving the U.S.? What you think?
Well, I mean, I feel like first of all, you got to, ask yourself a couple of questions before you leave, to make sure that you are prepared if that's your decision, right? So
You're
one
right.
thing, okay, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. You're right.
Why I think that people are leaving the U.S. is because of cost of living. The cost of living is so high. Like literally, you are paying a high amount for your health care, housing. Don't let me get started on no gasoline, honey. So it's just like, I think that, the cost is getting extremely high. So that may be one of the reasons why people are packing up and they're going.
You're right. The cost of living, it keep going up. But one thing I'm noticing, and I wonder about living abroad and living in other countries, the cost of living in America keeps going up, but the pay's not keeping up with the pace. Well, let me say it so don't nobody mix up the 2 P's. I said pay, but let's just say the income is not keeping up with the pace of the cost of living. So is it
louder for the people in the back? Because I don't think everybody heard you. Like, they're not paying anybody.
No, the pay, people are supposed to get excited because the minimum wage was increased to $15, $16. and then that's maybe 2% increase, and then the cost of living or inflation is going up 6 or 8%. We can talk about investing and saving all day, but there's going to be an initial culture shock right off the bat.
Well, I don't think that $15 is for everywhere, because I think Mississippi is still at 7. I'm gonna Google it, but I think Mississippi is still at 7. I don't think 15 everywhere.
Hold up. Stop the press. I went to this place in Texas yesterday. So one of them days, Sunday, whatever the day is, I don't even know. I'm all mixed up. And I got a double cheeseburger. I ain't get the meal. I ain't get no fries. I ain't get no Coke. I didn't even get the right burger, actually. And it was $8.67, Keisha. So you mean to tell me in the LMI crooked letter, I got to work a whole hour and I still can't buy a double cheeseburger? I mean, is that what you say? Is that what you just said?
Yes, that's exactly what I just said.
I'm going to say this, y'all. We ain't scripted this, and we do some bullet points and stuff, but this here is beautiful because I ain't even thought about it like that. My jobs were salary, but that's fewer. And even then, I mean, so cost of living. Another thing I can think about along those lines, Keisha, I know I mentioned double cheeseburger. I live in the state of Texas. A lot of people are moving from California and West Coast to Texas because the cost of living, here comes the key word, the cost of living was cheaper. But because all the big money people from the West Coast moved to Texas, it actually increased the cost of living. But one thing I noticed, going back to that magical statement I just said, I don't think people's pay went up.
Right.
Rent went up. Houses went up. The house I looked at when I first moved here, that was like $300K, is now probably $850, $900K. Come on, man. All right, Keisha. So I'm gonna go with some of these comments, but go ahead and hit your.
All right. Just so you know, Mississippi is $7.25 per hour. So that is the minimum wage in Mississippi. So, like, in order to pay your phone bill, you probably can work a whole day and still not be able to pay a phone bill, y'all. So it's just crazy. Who getting $4.25?
Somebody said that in the comments, or you see it?
Oh no, I was looking at something on my phone. But anyway, the cost of living is really, really expensive. So Miss Cheryl said, she did say, did you want to handle the chat or you want me to get it?
I got it. I've been thinking, if you see something I don't, we'll tag team it because it could get kind of rowdy and body in here tonight. We'll tag team. I've been thinking about it seriously. It's some things that was said you can't get Social Security from. Y'all read the rest. Hey, Miss Cheryl, elaborate on this. Like, what's some of them things you can't get with Social Security? Like, I mean, I said a lot, man. That used to be Social Security was that security. It was supposed to be security in your older age. Now I look at Social Security. They need to change the name of it to Social Supplement because all they do is supplement, and you hoping you can make it.
Right. You know, the crazy part is, like, it's supposed to wage the gap, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Not even so much the gap. It's back in the day, you know, people would get older and they had no way to support themselves. So they came up with Social Security. People are paying into Social Security. And for a minute, they were talking about taking it. So I'm like, come on now. But I'm team Miss Cheryl on this, you know, like, I'm actually team you. The check is not even the proper amount, you know, for a person to live off of. So that's another thing.
What you got next? What you got?
But okay, so I also have people the healthcare system. So let's talk about it. The insurance and the medical bills are expensive. If you're like me and you work for yourself, right? Then, you know, you don't have a company, you know, backing you that's going to pay your insurance. So you have to pay out of pocket. You know, I pay out of pocket for dental work. Shoot, they gave me a bill for like $1,600. You know, it hurt. It really hurt. Counting out.
Well, my mouth would have been hurt. I'd been like, damn that. My pockets, I don't know, man. I've been chewing on one side of my mouth or something. I don't know, man.
I had to pay $3,000 for my daughter dental work. Told her she better not ever. I better not ever see her drink or eat no candy in front of me.
She gonna be like sticks. Everything come through a straw, man.
Okay,
Everything.
don't do nothing.
Hey, y'all, now keep in mind, we gonna tell you the stuff we think, and then we're gonna also talk about going overseas. We're gonna talk about some of the pros, maybe some of the cons, and y'all have an individual, myself, who's extensively traveled overseas, and I'm not talking about 4 hours or 6 hours and have to get back to a crew. I'm talking about there for days, and I'm gonna tell y'all some of the things I saw that were cool, and I'm gonna tell you some of the things that I saw that made me happy right where I am. So we're gonna talk about both of them. But now hold up, back to this $3,000.
Yeah, that girl had 9 cavities. I said, now you just ain't brushing your teeth, 9 cavities. But it cost me $3,000 to get a mouth fixed because I ain't wanting to pull the teeth out. But
9 cavities. Hold up. She must have been eating a lot of them. What they had back then, them sugar babies, you know.
I don't know what she was eating, but she better not let me catch her eating nothing. Okay. Okay. So other countries have universal health care, right?
Uh-huh.
So with that being said, some of them, like, I think in Europe and countries like that, they do not have to pay for health care. And I'm not sure about Canada. I'm thinking Canada doesn't have to pay for health care too, but don't quote me on that.
Now I want to say this, and I'm gonna talk about Canada. Hey, love to travel with Wave. She's been rocking with me, and I've been rocking with her channel. And notice she said hi PBT from way back. And hey, travel with Wave, remind me, if I'm not mistaken, you're originally from the motherland. Now, yes, no, please, if you're still here, put it in the comments. If I'm not mistaken, and you've experienced both. If I'm correct, I know this is who I'm thinking it is, but if you've lived over in the motherland, let me know. All right, so what'd you say again, Keith? What was that question again? Oh, yeah, Canada. All right, universal. Y'all, let's talk about this universal health care. I'm gonna tell you, I looked at a website. I'm gonna have to say it from memory, and I can probably pull it up and read it real quick. But when you hear certain countries have universal or free health care, no, I always say, man, you have to know the whole picture. You can't just look at a small dot. Okay, they do have free health care, but your dental, your eye care, and your prescriptions are not free. Now, the hospitalization is free, but will you get all of the stuff that we get here? Now, when I did some research, it did say free healthcare in Canada, and in parentheses it said Medicare, Medicaid, one of them. So is it equivalent to what we have here? It also said it could take up to 3 months to get seen unless you have private healthcare. Anything when you're talking private in a business sector is going to cost you. You're going to dig into your private pockets and get some private money out. And it also said, no, that was with the private. Now I think I won't go any further, and I'm not saying this, that, or the third, but a lot of times we hear the portion that we want to hear, need to hear, or think one or the other, but we don't. I always call it, when I worked in the car business and I was a sales director, and the guy would come with me and say they don't want to buy a car. Why not? I'm peeling back the onion. Well, because the dog got to use the bathroom. Well, take it outside, peeling back the onion. Oh, now they got to go because they want to get a cheeseburger. I got a cheeseburger in the back, peeling back the onion. Do the same thing when you're thinking about moving abroad. All right, let me get in here. Go ahead, Keish. I'm sorry. I think I may have interrupted you.
Oh, no. You're good. I was just trying to say, I was looking up like the medical costs. So even if they do not have the best health care, right? Mm-hmm. They still are cheaper. So medical wise, like your medicines and things like that, like people literally, it's cheaper to fly all the way to Canada to get insulin than it is to get it in the United States. So a lot of people get on a plane, go buy their insulin, and then come back, which I think, like, that's crazy that someone has to do that in order to live. But so my next bullet point would be let me see, what was it? Okay, so security, right? concerns about violence and like different the crime rate is different in other countries as well. It's lower. So a lot of people are leaving, packing up and leaving because the crime rate has gotten so high.
Okay. So when you say crime rate, I'm gonna put that in a big envelope of like safety.
Hmm.
Safety. So with now I've been overseas and it to me it was like when I went, it was like America, where you went determined what was gonna go down. You know, if you in like I was in Sydney, Australia, you go to King's Cross, which was like a little area, it wasn't too pretty. But then if I go into other places, it was. Crime there was pretty bad. I saw junkies on the street and everything else. But overall, I think the safety
Hmm.
here, I don't know if I feel so safe, Keisha.
Right. I mean, you have to literally have to send your kids to school with bulletproof vests on and stuff like that. That's just crazy that you cannot feel safe sending your children to school. You know, it's ridiculous. I'm sorry. You were
Speaking
saying.
of children, and you're right, you know, and you mentioned stricter over there and less crime and it's stricter laws. You know, like I remember, and I know I spoke about it in another live stream where there was a young man in Singapore who did graffiti, which
Mhm.
you go to any metropolitan city in America, you're probably going to see some graffiti. And this dude didn't do a lot. He didn't go do a whole person and all this. And they caned that guy. That guy's probably, if he's still here, he's probably mentally messed up the rest of his life. That is a strict law. In that same country, Singapore, it is against the law to have bubble gum, chewing gum.
Mhm.
If you get caught with it, the last time I was over there, it was like $5,000 fine. And this was over a decade ago. So I can't imagine. So it's stricter laws. And I think if you have stricter laws, it may lead to less crime. But getting into this safety thing, I'm going to mention something and we might get a little excitement here. But one thing I don't understand is handguns. I'm licensed to carry.
Mhm.
And prior to getting my license, I can go to a sporting goods store, Keisha,
Mhm.
fill out this little piece of paper, and probably about an hour and 15 minutes, once I passed the basic background check, I had a gun. Now, I
Mhm.
don't know what that check was, but also I decided to get my license to carry. I had to take a written test,
Mhm.
a shooting test, and I had to do an extensive background check. It took about 3 weeks. My question is, if everybody getting a gun, why don't everybody get the same extensive background check? If you got one, you're good, and if you don't have one, it's probably because you didn't pass the background.
Right.
And maybe give a person some time, kind of like credit. After 5 years, 7 years, 5 years, you ain't getting no trouble. We'll recheck your background and whatever was there. If you ain't did it again, let it fall off. Maybe they're reformed. We
Well,
don't do all that though. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
yeah. Well, I don't think the laws are restrictive enough because no, I think that was a
Don't
cat.
worry about it. That's our other
I think
co-host.
that was a cat. But
That's
anyway,
Scarlett
I
and
don't think
Cat,
the
y'all.
laws
That's the
are
third co-host.
restrictive enough because, for instance, I feel like that men who have been convicted of, abusing their wives should not be allowed to hold. Um, and anybody that's like a violent offender should not, they need to do harder background checks. If you ask me, it should not be a basic anything. It should be like an extended search. I myself am a proud owner of several of them, so I'm definitely pro. But at the same time, we want to make sure that who's holding should be holding and who's not should not, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, and like you said, certain situations will probably be part of that extensive background check. If you fall under those categories, then you can't. You have to wait a certain time. Maybe a certain time is forever or never. You can never get one, depending on what you did. Hey,
Right.
Jerry said Canada doesn't have to pay for health care, but at one time it took them years. That means the person that was sick to be seen by a specialist if you made it, meaning if you live long enough to see the specialist.
Right.
So I'm a firm believer and you get what you pay for, and sometimes free may not be the best option, but in the same sense, hundreds of thousands of dollars that don't nobody have is not the best option either.
Right, right. Because You know what the number one thing that puts you in debt is healthcare. Like it's crazy that people have the worst credit ever. Well, I don't. No, I'm not gonna say credit, but they have all these bills that are piled up, and it's mostly due to medical. So, um, so yeah, like you said, other countries they do have stricter laws, and some of them you may not want to follow. Like we may think it's stupid, but over there where you said that gum is basically illegal, they probably don't sell it anyway, so you probably don't have to worry about it. They're not slanging it on the corner or anything. But I do understand what you're saying. To us, that may be stupid, but I can't chew gum. But it's it's the law. So well, okay, so this part right here, we just gonna, tap on it real quick. Um, and that is political. Now, a lot of people are leaving because of the political divide in the country. And so, I mean,
Yeah, and before we go any further, let me say this, Keisha.
okay,
And I saw this from hey, appreciate you coming back, friend zone. Hey, this is a opinionated channel, an opinionated show. Please, but some of the we where you think life started, all that. We're not here to see where the creation of the earth came from. We're here just to talk about a highly debated topic: living abroad or living in the U.S. That's what we're here to talk about. So where people came from and where life started, we're not really gonna. Matter of fact, I'll show you. I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that comment. I'm pretty quick with the fingers, so just wanted to put that out and put that up there. American Greed. I'm gonna leave that up there for a little while. So, what were you saying, Keisha? I'm sorry about that.
mm, I don't know.
Okay, that's fine. This might trigger your memory. Warmstrong, what up, Bill? Warmstrong
Hey,
Adventure says
Bill,
United
in the building, y'all.
Builders in the building, y'all,
It's
in the
so
heat.
expensive. What'd you say? What were you going to say about
United States is one of a couple places, if any, that does not have universal health care. Healthcare is a big business.
it? It is, and they making big money off of it. Like I said in another live, like Eloquist is $750. They went down. It was $8, but they went down. It's $750 for Eloquist.
Per,
You know,
per prescription, per
yeah,
refill.
yeah. So for the refill, and I think it's ridiculous because that's somebody's rent. Who has the extra $750 to spend on medicine each month, to live, So what they're basically holding our health care, our health hostage, for a little bit of change. And it ain't really even a little bit, it's a lot of bit because $750, you know what I can do with $750? A lot. Like it's
Well,
crazy.
I'm gonna go a step further, Keisha, because I have a series on this channel called Real Talk with Rod, and I'm gonna transform for about 12 seconds. Not just healthcare is in other people's hands, but in some instances, our lives
Right.
are in other people's hands.
Right.
Keisha just mentioned, she said this before, but I didn't get down like I'm about to get down, so I'm gonna extend this 10 more seconds. I take Eloquence.
Mm-hmm.
I have 3 bottles in there on the counter right now. So I'm a quick mathematician. That's about $2,250, $2,250. Luckily, I served in the military and I get mine through the VA for free. But out of probably every 100 people that are on Eloquence, they're not getting it for free. They're probably paying a co-pay or maybe a subsidized pay. So big business, man. And this is coming from Warmstrong Adventures. Is it big business? Is my question is, other than the funeral home, why does a life have to be a business?
Right, right. Jerry Allen said that you should not have to choose between living and paying your bills. Like that's crazy, and I'm 100% behind you on that.
So that's what, hey Jerry, Jerry, that's what I was just saying. Friend Zone Millionaire says Columbia University recently changed their Hippocratic oath for incoming medical students. That's how Black healthcare is going in the U.S. I'll wait. Oh wow. I had to look that one up. I can't speak on that one, friend zone, only because and please, everybody show respect because these are people's opinions, and we respect everyone's opinions here. So,
Right.
uh, and okay,
This,
okay, big insurance companies are a big, in my opinion. Now, that's another thing. I mean, I'm gonna tell you, we did a episode on the classroom talking about this very thing, and we're not gonna go back and check it out. Do you know what you're paying for? But what I don't understand is how I'm paying for what they call coverage, and
hmm
then every time I get covered, I gotta pay some more.
Exactly. I mean, like if I'm paying my insurance, what's the copay? Like, why am I paying on top of paying? Like, it don't make sense to me. Like, you got to make it make sense. I'm paying on top of paying. Like, I done paid you once. Now, when I leave the doctor's office, I got to pay again. Like, that's crazy to me.
I
Yeah.
went to the Dr. Keisha, and I told the lady at the front desk to go get the doctor, whoever, the nurse practitioner, I don't care, whoever was in charge. And she came out and said, man, I feel like I'm playing bingo every time I come here. It's a different number.
Right.
Oh, pay this time was 24, next time it's 28, then it go to 32, then it's 37, then down to 32. I said,
Hey,
I was trying to think they were like lottery numbers, Keisha. They were just picking any number they wanted to.
shoot, she had a good number because some people had to pay hundreds of dollars in copays. So, hey, I want her life. I want to be like her when I grow up. Okay, so Mindy Fuller said that the problem with America is that you can't enjoy life because you're too busy trying to figure out how you're going to pay your bills. And I agree with you 100%. You know, it's crazy. Like people literally have to juggle, just to make ends meet. And then they got enough nerves for this gas to be as high as you know what.
The first mistake is asking permission. I don't know, elaborate on that. I don't know what you're talking about. It's a county in Georgia. You have to have a handgun. I think it's and y'all see the name Kennesaw, that you have to have one. What if you
Kennesaw
ain't got one?
right outside of Atlanta. Am I right? I think Kennesaw is right outside.
I'm curious. Why you got? Is it that bad, or why you just? Is that a rule? Everybody, like
Oh, it's
everybody.
a rule for me because I feel naked without it. I'm like, where's my baby? No, I'm just kidding. Like, where? But
Okay, all right. I'm gonna read this here. I'm gonna try to read this here like it's fun fact. Black women were, y'all read it. Black men in
oh,
domestic violence situations most also in the 1880s. I wonder why. I don't know, man.
hmm.
It's a good one.
Yeah, and they shouldn't be able to. If you were accused, but not even so much accused, but if you were convicted of that, you shouldn't be able to hold one. I don't even know if I can say the word, but I don't feel like you should be able to hold one.
But don't worry about. Can you say the word? Just say it. We'll
Right.
worry about it later.
Yeah.
All right. So want to stay out of the hospital. I like friend zone because friend zone have me deep diving and thinking here. So want to stay out of the hospital. Drink water. Don't drink soda, and the rest of this nonsense they have to people to drink here. Now, I will say, I won't say that'll keep you out of the hospital, but it'll keep you from making more visits than you have to. Because I'm gonna break it down that I know several people while in the military that drank plenty of water, drank no soda, didn't even drink alcohol, but because we were on a metal ship that was constantly going up and down in the waves of the water, they have feet problems, they have gout. I know people that were stressed out from enclosed places and then they were claustrophobic and didn't know it. Now they have PTSD where they still have to go to the hospital to get therapy. So I agree, you can minimize the visits, but you still may have to make visits. But I know Friendship was here last night, and this is a very critical thinker, and I appreciate you, man, because it's people like that that'll keep you really thinking. Okay, there's that. See, better let the USA and not come back. He has his own YouTube channel. Okay, Stephen Bardo left the USA and not coming back. I was looking at a interview I did on this channel about 3 or 4 years ago of a young lady, the traveling tourist. She lives abroad. Very interesting, man. Very interesting. Cheryl says, say that right. So what's your next one, Keisha? You ready for me to pop up?
Go ahead. Go out, pop out and show them.
All right, let me come on over here into the bag of tricks. Now,
Oh, loud.
one thing I don't understand about where I am right now, currently, not necessarily in this place of where I'm in this dwelling or in the state, but I can't understand how there's one country with 50 different rules and 50 different laws and 50 different this. I understand, and it can still be a democracy, but to me, it's just got so much confusion. And I'm gonna look right here.
Ah,
I'm gonna read what I got. Different cities have different. The dollar value is different in different cities in the same country.
mm-hmm.
Cities like New York, Miami, Los Angeles, just to name a few, it costs an arm and a leg to live. But you could come to Texas, at least you used to could, Georgia, or Mississippi, or Tennessee, or Arkansas, or Louisiana, and you can live far cheaper.
Right. Well, let's talk about that.
Yeah,
So,
let's talk about it.
finish what you were saying, and then I'm
Now, I'm finished.
Okay, so I was thinking to myself, this is like some little critical thinking. I know in Florida, you can get a lot of their homes are like 500,000 and up, and these are for like in Memphis, Tennessee, you can get a mansion for $1 million, but for their home, they're like kind of smaller homes that, and they cost a lot of money, because of the cost of living is higher there. I was thinking, if you were in that type of predicament and you wanted to leave, it would probably be easier for you, because especially if you were at a certain age and you paid into your house and you have all kinds of equity and things like that, if you were to sell the house, then you could actually go over in these different countries and live like kings and queens with that type of money that you've sold your home for.
You bring up a great point, Keisha, because I moved here in 2008, 2005, or something like that. I purchased a townhome, a condominium townhome, but it was two-story, whichever one it is, in San Diego, Rancho San Diego, California. 2-bedroom, 2-bath. The kitchen, I could have took a ball that you play jacks with and bounced it real hard, hit every wall in the kitchen. Mm-hmm. One bounce. I had 1,100 square feet. I paid $400,000 for that.
I'm sorry, say that again.
$400,000.
What is it in California?
2005 in California.
Well, we're gonna have a moment of silence for your pockets.
No, we're gonna have a moment of silence for that property. I got rid of it. Yeah, I don't have it now, but my question was why, and they told me because of the weather. Last time I went, the weather wasn't that nice. It was colder than normal. Smog everywhere. The pollution was all what? I mean, so you bring up a good point. Now, that was my starter banger, but when I want to go back, you talked about again, opinionated everyone. You talked about a political divide. I think some kind of way. I want to go back because I think I kind of jumped around it. My bad. Mm-hmm. Did you have more on that? Because I think I have.
Oh, well, go ahead.
Now I want to hear yours because you might cover.
No, I was just saying that like the way the country is divided between R and D, we know what that stands for. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of attention. People, if you say that you're a certain type of if you're for a certain party, that changes people's whole opinion of you, right? So therefore, people are tired of all the tension, all the craziness. Like, it's crazy when you sit there and tell me that a 16-year-old has to work in order to eat. Now, I don't get that. They've changed the law, so people that are on food stamps, for instance, your 16-year-old can't be on your food stamps if they don't have it. They have to have a job or something, work. And I'm like, why are we asking children to work now? To feed themselves? I thought that, as a child, that, your shelter, your clothing, and your food was provided by the parent. And if the parent can't provide it, why is it falling back on a child? It's weird to me. Then I feel like you're basically saying to a 16-year-old that You can't have any after school activities because when else are you going to work? You know what I'm saying? How am I going to get a job? It has to be after school, right? So that's no more football, right?
Mm-hmm.
No more soccer, tennis, whatever it is that, you know, he or she banned none of that. Because you have to work if your parents are at a certain tax bracket where where they're on food stamps.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't feel like it's the child's fault. They didn't put, they didn't put themselves on this earth. They were born here, and until they turn 18, they should be provided for regardless, and not have to sit there and work when they're 16. I think that that's a choice at 16, whether or not you should work, or at least your parents' choice if they want, if they want you to work or not. And then I think about scholarships, right? So a lot of people, they get scholarships from football, track, name some more. Well, I don't know if they do baseball, but
Baseball,
they get scholarships from
gymnastics, just depending on what their college sport has.
right. So I don't know. I think it's gonna knock a lot of indigent, which is poor, which is probably people that are my shade complexion, out of the box. When it comes down to certain scholarships.
Well, I think one thing, and thanks for the 40 people that are in the crib right now or on the show. Thank you. We appreciate you being here. One of the things with scholarships I do want to point out that's not talked about enough in certain cultures is academic scholarships. A lot of people think of the sports route, but you do have the academic route. Do I know the rules for that? I don't. But I'm assuming you make good grades and apply yourself and get in a couple of clubs, you may have a good shot. The Library Club, the Future Business Leaders of America. I don't even think they have that anymore. So I did want to bring this up here. The problem with where we are is that you can't enjoy your life because you're too busy figuring out how you are going to pay the bills. I'm going to translate that a little bit to the way Rod would read that. And that's exactly true, Mindy. But the problem with where we are is you can't enjoy your life because you're too busy figuring out how to live.
Absolutely.
And when I say live, I'm not talking about staying alive, because there's a lot of people running around here right now that are fully alive. They're healthy now, but they're worried every day of their life. Will they get kicked out? Will they lose their job? Can the kids go to school? Will they have food? What are we going to do if we lose our job? They're talking about saving money. How am I going to save money when the rent just went up 30% and they gave me a 2% raise?
Mm-hmm. And don't leave, AI is taking most of these jobs, and a lot of people are getting laid off. Anytime an AI can take a truck driver's job, they have self-driving trucks now. Like anytime,
No, go ahead.
Anytime AI can take a truck driver, I thought that was one of the most safest jobs. You got truck drivers used to make a great living. Anytime you can have a car that drives long distance and you don't have to pay truckers anymore in order to drive your loads, you've laid off a lot of our economy doing that. And then another thing is, like you put on one of your shorts that y'all got to go check that out. He had a short where there's a mop that's going through sweeping and mopping the floors. I said they're going to have that in every school. They're probably going to start having it in some of these warehouses. They already have them in the gas stations. So you just took a janitor's position, right? Mm-hmm. So and really you took several of them, because the machine does not have a cutoff, right? You may have in a 24-hour building, like say a gas station, that may have taken 3 people's jobs, because you may have had 3 shifts going on there, at least 2. And the machine, with the machine, you don't have to worry about it getting sick. You don't have to worry about, a funeral, that they have to be off for a funeral, that you don't have to worry about paying their health care for the machine. So they're getting off like fat rats, and they're taking jobs, and laying people off. So even, job security isn't even a thing. Even when you had a certain job, you were guaranteed They have machines that do surgery. Don't hook me up to damn one of them. I want a person cutting me. But, they even have it where I was like, dang, they going to take the surgeon job next? It's crazy.
I talked to someone about just the whole AI thing. They said what they recommend if you're in a job skill or whatever, a career, increase your knowledge level there. You could go run around trying to figure out what they're not going to take, what they're going to take away, and all of that. Now, keep in mind, though, that's here. But there may be other places abroad that are more advanced than here when it comes to AI. Keep that in mind. So it's right here, but it could be somewhere else too. Everything we're saying, you're going to see that in a minute. Everything we're saying could be somewhere else. Now, I'm going to say this, and I want y'all to, I'm going to let this marinate for a little while. The grass, people always say that, well, the grass always green on the other side. Yeah, and the grass may be green on the other side. You just may have to go through some tall weeds to get to that green grass. Let me break that down. It may be a struggle. It may be a change or a challenge if you go to a different location. Those are the tall weeds. But once you get that down, you're going to see the green grass. I'm going to give you my final opinion on this once we finish this live stream, but sorry about that, Keisha, if I interrupted you.
Oh, you're fine. Go ahead.
And y'all, because we don't script this, sometimes we be so passionate, and we don't script it. We just have all this info oozing out. But that little robot Keisha talking about, I was at the gas station. I started asking questions. I was getting some coffee, and the little thing, it went around me. And excuse me, sir, I'm mopping.
I know, right? It's talking.
I'm looking down. I'm like, man, this is a trip. Little thing costs 20 grand. I said, man, 20 grand, that's a lot. But no, when Keisha broke that down.
No, I was going to say 20 grand ain't nothing to companies like that, because if you think about it, that janitor's salary was probably more than 20 grand. It just replaced 2 to 3 people's job. So, it's getting over, it's really saving money. And they, like I said, they don't have to pay health care out. They don't have to pay for time off. They don't have to pay for bereavement or anything like that. So who wouldn't pay $20,000 for the machine? And you're a giant company, gas, all the gas stations. I know they got guap because they're charging us an arm and a leg to go to the pump nowadays.
Friend Zone says New York City and LA are world destinations. Very true. At least they were. No one wants to go to Shamrock, Texas. But I'm going to tell you who want to go to Shamrock, Texas, Friend Zone. Peep game. Those world destinations in California, Toyota, I don't know where they were headquartered at first. The PGA, Professional Golfers Association, guess where they're headquartered now? They ain't in Shamrock, Texas, but they sure in the hell in Plano, Texas. Why? It was cheaper. Everything across the board, big business, it was cheaper. So those world destinations, not necessarily why the prices. Now, I see what you're saying. That's why the cost of living in buildings and all that is higher. But those people are leaving those places, coming here. The companies bringing the people with them. And both of us, you and I, are kind of talking about two different things, but basically centered around the same thing. Man, I got to get with you offline, man. You had me thinking I won't even get no sleep. You had me over here thinking, hey, Lacoste, I want to give you and Jerry and a couple of people, Jerry Allen and Nichols. And if I see other people in here, and F. Smith that have been walking and coming here. Lacoste, last night I was in a live, and I said something. She went and looked it up, and she came back and didn't have to do this. And please, you don't have to. And she said, hey, I stand corrected. But that's how we were rocking. That's how we are in the classroom. We want the right information out, and we want good information out. So thank you, Lacoste, and thank you for being a faithful supporter of the classroom. Welcome to the classroom. Hey, I ain't even read that part. Hey, man, see, I wish I had a little
song. What I'm talking about.
If you haven't ring the bell, go ahead and step out and thumbs up. Because you're trying to get a job over here.
Man. You hired, baby.
You trying to get a job. Well, I ain't even know. I hadn't even read, I promise. Thumbs up the live, then come on back into the classroom. It's 24 people and only 12 likes. Okay. Hey, we got a damn problem. Hey, everything we do here is free. To hit the thumbs up. If you still here, you got to be getting some good information. Now, you may have forgotten. In my house, I said, ring the doorbell. You are in the crib. That's why she said ring the bell. Right. It's free. to hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed. It's free 99. I'm gonna even give you the 99-cent back. I'm gonna do some more giving away tonight.
Co-host, I got a question.
Yeah.
Is it hall? Do we do hall pass tonight, or we just gonna rock?
No, we can go with it. You want to drop the hall pass? Hey, let me tell y'all about this hall pass that Keisha came up with. The hall pass, and you're gonna see it here in a second, is where we drop the link. And tonight we're probably gonna have a 50. It depends on how it goes, but there could be a 15-minute max, depending on how many people want to come up. You can come up and you'll be in the office, in the classroom office with Keisha from Just Asking for a Friend, your boy Rob from Point Blank Experience. You can come up and look like this, but when you hit that link and come backstage, I'm gonna see you like this.
Right, we need to make sure.
Yeah, I need to make sure you.
There ain't no shenanigans going on behind that.
I ain't looking for the lollipop frog to come in here and all that. Now, if it's just your nickname and you real, then come on in. But I'm just putting it out there. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop this hall pass. Let me do one thing before I do. Let me get the little link ready. Okay. And go ahead and do that there. And if it's, hey y'all, if it don't highlight or whatever it's supposed to do, let me know, and I got another way to do this. So let me go over here and hit that hall pass. And somebody come on up here.
Bill is in the building, and so is Sledge.
Sledge in the building. Who else in the building?
Sledge.
And who else?
And Chevelle.
Chevelle, what it is. Sledge, what it do, brother. Salute, my man. All right, let me drop that hall pass. Somebody want to come up. Chevelle. Oh, okay, she got to salute Chevelle too. Chevelle. Okay, see, y'all, the S's got mixed up. Hey, I ain't a real teacher, even though we call this the classroom. Sometimes I get my words mixed up. Hall pass time. All right, man. Let me go ahead and drop this link and see who want to come up here. Y'all, we ain't even got to the good parts. So whoever come up here gonna be smack dab in the middle of the good part. Boy, I got a whole list of good part stuff.
Let me ask you a question. Did it send it to both sides when you drop the link? Does it send it to both sides?
I think so. I'm not sure.
Okay, you guys, if it does not highlight on the vertical, which is the phone version, then you might have to go over to the if you want to pick up the hall pass. Only if you want to pick up the hall pass.
Y'all bear with me. I'm gonna drop it another way just in case.
Okay,
do it. Y'all, Keisha, if you got anything that you want to say.
All right, I will. Yeah. Okay, so you guys, we have gotten into all the also I forgot about this one. Some people feel like there's better opportunities abroad, such as work. A lot of the jobs overseas and in different countries, they work from home, and you can also get a job, here and still work from home. So that means that you can live abroad and still have a U.S. job where you're being paid U.S. dollars, but you're living in a country that the cost of living is way cheaper. So that could also be a benefit if you're thinking about moving abroad. Yeah. Were you able to do it your other way? Oh, are you froze? Is he froze? Oh, okay. Okay, so let me tell y'all, there's also the other side. So you have the side where people are saying, yay, I'm ready to leave. But then there are also some people that are saying, no, I don't want to go. And then these are some of the reasons why they are saying that they don't want to go, right? So I have it where they still feel like this is the land of opportunity, right? They feel like you can start a business and build wealth. So a lot of people don't want to leave for that reason. And then another thing is, like different freedoms. They feel like we have, freedom of speech, religion. We also have like our personal rights, our civil rights, and things like that. So they feel like, in other countries, it may not, apply. We can't go to other countries and be like, as spoiled as we are here and be like, I got rights, like in other countries. No, you don't have that right, boo-boo. So that may be a deterrence for some people that want to, pack up and leave. They're thinking, I might want to pack up and leave, but I don't know if the country is going to treat me, the same way that the US is treating me. Right. So are you trying to say something?
I was thumbing up that comment.
Okay, okay. I was like, I'm
He
talking.
was letting me know he loved. I was trying to be on the slide. Next time we do like I'm at an auction. So if y'all see me do that in a comment from now on in the classroom, I'm one of them tripped out teachers. If I do this here, that means I see your comment, and I'm gonna wait till Keisha stop talking because I'm
Okay,
going.
well, go ahead. I'm topped out.
So yeah, Rancho San Diego is where I live. That's East County, San Diego. Yep, you were out. Y'all see it about 20 minutes away from the beach up the 8 freeway. Sure was. What up, Fatima in the building?
Oh, Fatima is in the building. That's what I'm talking about.
I did a lot of extra work, y'all. I dropped the links on the vertical side. If you're on your phone, I dropped the links if you're looking at it on your TV. So it's in both. And pray tell, I wonder how much that Rancho San Diego property is worth now. So this is someone that is familiar with the area. So Friend Zone was saying that condo or that 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,100 square foot place that I had is now worth almost $1 million. And y'all give me a half a second. I gotta just cry for a half a second. I'm sorry. God dang it, I knew it. All right, I'm back. So, man. So let me jump on down here now.
Okay. Were you?
Okay, now go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, okay. Yeah, so many people value their freedom highly. So that may be a reason why they don't want to leave. So another thing is family. Okay, so if I move all the way out, say I want to move to Guam or I don't know. What's another one? Thailand. There's a place where a lot of people are leaving and going. I don't have access to my family like I did before. Even in the States, we may have to jump on a plane and get to our family, but we're talking about hours. Even though it's hours on our plane, we're talking about like hours, like 10 plus hours in order to get to our family. And then we have to find a flight that's coming this way, right? So it may not be today, it may be tomorrow, and you want to go now. And even if we were in the States, push come to shove, you're gonna get in that car and you might have to do a whole, 12 hours, but you're gonna be there within that 12-hour period. That it's not gonna be like that if you leave, you may not be able to get to them as quickly as you would if you were living in the States. I remember when my daughter started going to college, I wanted her to be as close as possible because I'm like, if something go down, I need to be able to get in my car and get to you, if I can't find a flight that's that's quicker, So that's just one thing to think of if you're thinking about moving abroad.
All right, now we do have a special guest backstage. I'm going to be bringing this guest up. I am going to limit this because I just looked at how much we still have to cover to probably 10 minutes from the time I bring someone up. I did, before I bring this guest up, I want to go ahead and say, Sledge, my main man in the points and miles and credit card niche on YouTube. He's also a content creator. We've collaborated together a few times. So he says, I've seen robots unload trucks, pack boxes, do inventory, clean entire warehouse floors. That's wiping out a lot of jobs.
Don't get me started. Have y'all ever been to the Budweiser company in St. Louis? They literally don't have that many employees. I think they have like 3 in that building. The most employees they have are in the stables. They got 6 people tending after horses, but 3 people running the company. Why? Because everything is ran by machines. They take the bottles and they like bowling pins, right? They put it on the thing. The liquid, the beer shoots down in the bottle. Then once it's filled up, the tops are put on by machines. The whole thing is ran by machines. 3 people, need to be in there. And those are mechanics, and just in case the machine breaks down. You know how many people's jobs they eliminated by doing that? I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, Nick's coming to the stage. 2 days in a row, he's been on Points Blank Experience in the comments. Very, very, very active engagement from this person. I want to bring up, and I'm not sure, and I'll find out when I bring him up if he's a content creator or not. And we're going to come back to this comment I have. Restaurant. I don't want to get Keisha hyped up again. Where the service is a robot, the person bringing out your food a robot, everybody a robot. But hold up. I'm going to pull that down because Keisha about to get hyped. She's about to get hyped. And coming to the stage. What up, Friend Zone? What it do, man?
Hey, how you doing? What's going on these back roads and these paved streets? Can you hear us?
Hey, Friend Zone.
Hey, can you actually hear me?
Hey, turn your YouTube off. You got to turn it off.
Hello. I got the indication that the mic is working.
Yeah, it is. But turn your YouTube off. Just look at us right here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I cannot hear y'all.
Oh, you can't hear us?
Well, hit that. Go out and hit that link again.
Okay, yeah. Well, you
Yo,
can't.
hold on. Let me
you
do some
can't hear us.
sign language here. Go
I know.
out and press and come back.
Dang it.
Man.
Well, you can just listen. Just don't. I'm gonna mute your
He
mic.
can't listen to us. He said he can't hear us.
Oh, that's right. He can't. Huh?
Is it
So
your
we-
mic? Might be your mic.
Hey, he can't hear me then. I'm gonna put it in the comments. He just
Well, while
cracking
y'all
up.
figuring it out, Chevelle says, I've had many friends who moved abroad. Chevelle, what is her name? The one that lives in, is it Greece or something? She says, and now have returned back because of rights, religion, and missing family.
Missing family.
Yeah, they're missing their family. Like
Listen. We're gonna talk about that. That's why I'm about to speed this up.
Yeah.
Hold up, check
So
out.
it says,
I got a whole lot going on here. I might get fired as a teacher tonight because I'm trying to type the Friend Zone when he's
okay,
sitting
it
right
says,
here.
I put my computer volume back up. I'll come back. Okay. Yeah,
Okay,
come back.
Yeah. There you go. All right.
Can you hear us now? Okay, so well, okay.
I'm about to do. Hold on, I got to do the whoop to whoop, man. I don't want to do that there. Let me do that.
Okay. So
All right, now we back.
let me see. Okay, so let me you want to hit one or you want me to get it?
No, I got it.
Okay.
Y'all. So what did Chevelle just say?
Chevelle said, oh wait a minute, hold on, I have to go back to it. But basically
Never mind, she
what
was
she
missing.
said
She was
was
missing her family.
okay.
That's one of the things I have as a potential challenge. When we do move, if we decide to leave the U.S. and move overseas, there's a high possibility you can miss your family, your loved ones, and familiarity, like what you're used to. If you're used to seeing a Kroger or a 7-Eleven, you go overseas, you may not see those things. So that may make you miss it, especially during the holidays.
Right.
Because it is a time where family and friends get together, and then you're in wherever, and you may have a few friends, and those few friends go to do what? They may go and visit their family, leaving you alone, or those few friends may invite you along, and now you really miss them. Because what if everybody's not speaking English? What if everybody's speaking a whole nother language? So I can see what Chevelle is talking about with her friend. All right, Friend Zone.
Wait a minute. I was trying to when you was talking, I was trying to tell him because he wrote in the thing. He said he can hear us on the computer. I was trying to let him know when he comes up, he needs to turn off StreamYard. But I don't.
No,
you
turn
can go
off
ahead and bring him up.
YouTube.
I mean
Turn off
YouTube. I'm sorry. Don't turn off StreamYard. Turn off YouTube. Okay.
Hey,
Go ahead.
Friend Zone. Here's what I recommend, man, so we don't slow the show up. I'm gonna get with you. Email me at pointsblankexperience, just like it's on the screen, at Gmail. And then we'll do a testing behind the scenes that make sure you come up, because I like your style. And because this here is like testing, and I don't want to do that during the live broadcast. So just come back.
Well, it might have worked because he said he was on his phone.
Okay. Well, he on his phone and YouTube.
Okay. I get you. I got you.
I'm gonna see. Just to watch this here.
All right. Can you hear us?
Okay. Man, I hear everything but us.
Okay.
No. Hey, we'll bring you back, man.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I can see like if you're like me, you're a loner. Okay. Even it probably wouldn't bother you as much. The only thing I would miss is, my gun. That's it. That's pretty much it. That's what I'm gonna miss.
one thing I'm gonna start off with. We got 70 real homies in this house. 70. Thank everyone for being here. Do me a favor, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, Points Blank Experience. Please hit that subscribe button. Also, I will be dropping the link so you can subscribe to Jess Asking for a Friend. She does do-it-yourself, homesteading, gardening, all types of stuff over there. Here is just real talk from a point blank perspective. And it's more than a YouTube channel. It is an experience. Thank you for being here. Hit that like button while you're here as well. And one of the things I want to start off with, I came across something, Keisha, that was called on the ground research.
Mm-hmm.
If you are thinking about moving abroad and you've picked out your location, I'm going to tell you from experience, from personal travel experience, don't go somewhere for 3 or 4 days and think that you automatically love that place or you dislike that place or hate that place. Minimum, and this is from the experts, say give yourself 2 weeks. Look at the thing, jot down what you like, jot down what you don't like. You're going to have to weigh the pros and cons, but 2 weeks. I personally, when I moved to Texas from California, I came here probably 4 or 5 times. I came in the summer, I came in the winter. I didn't care about the spring and the fall, but I did come during tornado season because your boy didn't want to be in one. I came during what they call tornado season, didn't experience one. So that's what I mean when I say on the ground research. So make sure you do that. I'm gonna go through these comments. If you have one, Keisha, go ahead and you can bring it up.
First of all, I would like to welcome Indiana Funny Farms in the building. I think we missed her, and I wanted to say hi.
Oh,
to her.
I'm sorry, Indiana. I came over your channel the other day and missed a live, and I think you reset it up. Then I had another live.
I didn't see it, but yeah.
We might have to see what's going on in the next few years, and that's a good idea. And y'all read between the lines on that one. We may have to see, but I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna go ahead and say it now, so y'all can get a little hyped up. One of the things that I think is wrong in this country is the respect level is out of control, or the lack of respect. Whether it's adults, whether it's children, whether it's at schools, in public places. But then I saw my boy that Chris Sane, who's a huge content creator, did a reel right before I went live that was talking about the very same thing. And I've never had a conversation with Chris. I wish I could. But he was saying, are you feeling respected where you are? I'm just saying, don't get the message. I'm just a message. I'm telling y'all what I heard. So, but
right. Well, I mean, things have gotten like out of control. Desmond said that he went. Dang it! It went too fast. But let me see.
Right here.
What was this say? Oh no! I got it. Let me see. Oh, okay. He said he went to the store the other day, and he was trying to get checked out. The young lady was sitting up there on her phone and gonna tell him to go to the self checkout. And he said he doesn't feel sorry for people like that. Let's talk about it, because like even with gas stations now, and it's gonna revert back. But even with gas stations now, they have self checkout. Like literally, you have to tell them what pump you're on. So if you're on 5, you got to put in pump 5. Then you swipe your card like like it's a cash. Because I went to the cashier and I was like, I want 40 on pump 5. And she was like, you need to go to the kiosk. And she was just like so nasty. And I felt like she was happy that she didn't have to deal with us. But what you don't understand, ma'am, is you're helping them replace you. I don't understand why they don't understand that. It's going to be just like the airports. I don't know if Memphis has it, but I don't know if y'all's airport has it, where you go in, there have this like little stores or whatnot, and you can go and you can just check yourself out. You just put your stuff in the basket and you just shop around, and then you check out, and there's no one there, period. In a minute, it's gonna be like that, where you go in there and you get everything you want. You pay for your gas. They gonna replace you in a minute. You too ignorant to understand that. So anyway, I went over there and I paid for my stuff. You had to hit like pump 5, swipe your card, and then go and pump. But I just think it's ridiculous how they're helping replace themselves.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something about that, Keisha. Hey, the other 87 people in here, they ain't listening right now. It's just
okay, but it's just us.
Yeah.
Okay, go
when
ahead.
I was in the hospital, they had one of them places. It had a store with no person in there, and it was just a cash. It was just one of them things you put your card up there and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't y'all judge me. Don't y'all judge me. But there was a couple times I got some king size M&Ms or whatever they call them now, super size king. I just wanted to walk out, man. I just wanted to go with nobody there to get me. Right? Then I had a magical thought. I couldn't go nowhere. I was in the damn hospital. I would have got busted. So, but I will say this. It was very convenient. I didn't have to argue with no one. But thank goodness I didn't have a problem because who was I going to talk to?
Right.
There was no one to talk to.
So, okay, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. I'm
sorry. On something that Chevelle has said, because I was going to kind of tap on this a little bit, Chevelle. And that is, yeah, do your research before you move abroad as well, because some people that look like me, you know, are not accepted in certain areas. So, you know, in certain countries, you know, so when, you know, it's not friendly towards others. So, you know, you do have to do your research there, you know, on that part as well. So, okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna tap on some toes here in a second. I'm gonna read this and then I'm gonna tap on some toes about that.
Okay. Perceptions
abroad. Sledge says we have more people in prison than every other country combined. Yeah. And our freedom is what stops people from moving abroad. Ooh. Question mark. So, how free? Sledge, make sure I'm saying this right. We got more people in prison than every other country, but we have freedom. If we had freedom, all these people would be in prison. Is that what you said? I want to make sure.
Well, let me. Okay.
No,
okay. I want to talk about what Sledge talking about. Okay, so I agree with Sledge. Yes, we have a lot of people in prison. I think that some of these charges are, I mean, they're literally the jails were trying to sue different states because they said that they're not producing enough criminals. So it's like they're doing it on purpose. You know, they're putting people in jails on purpose because jail is big business. Just like big pharma, it is big business. So he's right. It is a lot of people in jail, and I feel like some of them are in there on trumped up charges. If you want to ask me, it's a darn mouse that keeps flying in here. I'm sorry.
Now, Sledge said my daughter lived in Japan for 2 years while in college. She loved it there, and I've been to Japan and about 3 times. I've been to Tokyo, Sasebo, a couple of different places, and I tell you, it was amazing. Now, do I want to live there? I'm gonna tell y'all, Keisha's supposed to be asking me a question about living abroad, and she will. I'm gonna tell y'all, if I would and if I will, where would I live? Japan's not on the list, and I'll tell you why.
Okay, well, you already done said what I was gonna ask you.
In that case, y'all, I get to say
go ahead. I was gonna ask you.
So I'm gonna save it though, Keisha, because I want to go through some of this stuff before I say it. And that will. All right. So next thing I want to talk about is, let me get my little iPad. Y'all see me looking down. Now I want to talk about some of the benefits of living abroad.
Okay.
Exposure to new cultures, languages, and ways of thinking accelerates personal growth and adaptability. I think that's fine if you're at a younger state, depending on how you can adapt and your adaptability. Are you open to looking at other cultures? Are you open to learning a new language, depending on where you are in your lifespan? Younger people may think it's exciting. Your boy Rod I ain't trying to Rosetta Stone nothing. I barely know English. I don't need to know nothing else. So
you barely know English, y'all.
But I did learn from my traveling abroad. I heard you, Keisha. I heard you back like I've never gone to a country where they didn't speak English. Not everybody, but somebody did. And when they didn't, I just they knew what I was saying through nonverbal communication. You know, whether I had to point at something or do this to my watch. My watch stopped working or something, you know, and I'm making up stuff right now. But hey, Goob said you're brilliant.
Oh, he said, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, he ain't talking to me. He said, she's brilliant. She is. Man, why does Keisha get all the compliments and Rod just be here talking? 66 real homies in the crib. Thank y'all for being here. Nichols journey is extra. See, she done jinxed me, man. Now I can't read for Nichols journey extras. That's because people don't want to work these days. Everybody want to collect a paycheck, but no one wants to work. That's what Keisha was just talking about. And I'm gonna say something. This place I go and get my coffee every morning, I ask for my receipt. I am probably 20 for 20 different people working behind the counter. They look like I asked them to go outside and take the whole week's worth of trash out when I ask for a receipt. Tomorrow, I'm gonna ask, man, is it a problem? Because they look at me like, I can't believe you want me to work for 20 seconds, because that's how long it take them to do it, because they don't know how to do it, because they don't never do it. The other day I said, man, don't even worry. I don't even need a receipt, man. Don't worry about it. But that's so true. Now, Germans own their property now. Bush. She talking about what Anheuser-Busch almost told me. She is hot. Oh yeah, she talking about you was hot, like fired up hot. Yeah.
Oh.
I had to.
Hello, they remind me in school. Who fired up? We fired up.
Hey, this is like no other classroom y'all ever go to. I promise you. I had many friends who moved abroad and now have returned. We already talked about that. Laugh out loud. Yeah. Okay. We got through that. Okay. Okay. I'll come back up. Yeah, we addressed all that. Hey, Frizzo, man, you're gonna probably do a test. I hear. Okay, you go on the StreamYard the phone. Just do me a favor, Frizzo. Once you do that, we're gonna give it one more chance. But once you do that, please turn off YouTube and just only use StreamYard. Only use that link I sent.
Yeah, so hit the link, then go back, cancel out YouTube altogether, take it off your phone, and then because it'll do a feedback and it won't be good for anybody.
Question, me personally, this is from Jerry. She don't like robots unless they're doing their really dangerous jobs. Okay, in the healthcare system, I don't think robots should be used because patients need that human touch. Well, I'm gonna tell you, when I was in the hospital for 28 days, I had about 4 doctors, and I swear none of them knew what was going on. And I told them, I said, I understand why this is a practice, because y'all really are practicing over here.
Get it big.
I mean, and every day I had a different diagnosis. I was like, man, what? Now, could a robot have done the same thing? I don't know, man. I was willing to try because they wasn't really rolling the way I wanted them to. But I asked him, I even made a start. I said, man, I think a robot. Can we get a robot in here just for S and giggles? Y'all have to read between the lines. And he said, even if you had a robot doing your surgery, there's still going to be human intervention that's controlling that robot.
Who wants that robot to work? Only you. Well,
I don't want to be on that table. So hopefully I don't have to deal with that. I mean,
I tell you.
But that's a good point. Now I'm gonna jump back in here and I'm gonna come back to
Hold on, let me say this. YOLO is in the building, y'all. I
Hey,
hope I
what up,
don't miss
YOLO?
nobody. I don't want y'all. Hold on, I think Black Man was in the building too. I think I saw
Black Man over this thing.
Black
What's
Man
up,
is
Black
so
Man?
big.
Black Man was here a couple episodes. Hey, you gotta let us know if you got that straightened out, man.
He said
Now,
we'll get to it. It's gonna be how far down are
man, I don't know. I'm trying to read all this stuff I got on this iPad 1. I just got demoted to iPad 1 because it ain't been working right lately. I'm trying to read all these comments, but career advancement. International experience is valued by employers and can lead to networking opportunities. And I'm going to tie this in with something else. I have a bullet point, so I'm going to put 2 in 1. So international experience, if you're in a foreign country and you once worked in the U.S., you have, according to them, international experience from the U.S. You're going to be more valuable to that foreign employer. And as far as that, what about how many countries want to learn the English language? If you're a teacher and I don't even know what their credentials are. Maybe you just go over there and say, "Hey, how are you doing?" So that you're hired. You're speaking English. You got a job. I don't know what the rules are, but that's what you have to do your own research.
I'm thinking they mean like teachers, because they can't want Keisha, because I'm gonna teach your children all the ebonics.
Well, maybe they just want to learn the ebonics. Then I don't know. They see it on TV. Everybody saying "What's up?" and "Hey, homie." Maybe that's what they want to learn. I don't know.
Okay, this is what they gonna learn over here.
All right. So Jerry said, "Flesh heals a person a lot better than metal." Yeah. What happens when these computers break down and you don't have no one to fix them because everybody moved out of the country or don't have the knowledge?
Let's talk about it. He wants he rather have a machine, a computer.
I didn't say I would.
I thought you said, because I was like, what's wrong with you?
I told them, no, let's bring a robot and try it. They wasn't, I don't want, no. I never said
I was gonna say, I'm with her. Stuff malfunctions. You're not finna have this machine cutting me. I want a whole person to cut Keisha.
People malfunction too, though.
I'd rather them to malfunction than they okay. They might do one flick of the wrist. The machine might be like Edward Scissorhands. And
I'm gonna put something on your mind, Keisha. I forgot what year it was, but it was catching a couple of pilots out there when they went to take off. Not before when they got to the airport, they have to do a breathalyzer. And they were like over the legal limit because they partied the night before. What if the doctor went to the same party?
I don't think he's that drunk where he might nick you a couple of times.
Nick you a couple of times.
Don't go AWOL. I don't know. It is what it is.
Okay, yeah, just turn everything off but one StreamYard, Fraser. I know you got 4 computers that turn it all off. All right. Sledge said most people won't move out of their city. Abroad is out of the question for most. Whoa, say that again for the people in the back.
Yeah, I mean, I know some people that have never left, the little town that they're from. So he is absolute.
And you know what? Y'all, don't y'all get mad at me. Once again, I'm just speaking the truth. Sometimes it be the people that ain't never left their immediate surroundings be the main ones, so they need to move out the country.
You about right. You about
right. They
right.
watched the news one night for 12 minutes. Say, I need to move. I'm leaving this country. Where you going? You ain't left the city yet.
Right.
So hey, Sled, great point.
I think that if you're not retired, I think leaving to go out the country is easier. I'm not saying that it can't be done by younger, but it's easier for people that are retired, because if you're retired, you have that check coming in and all that. If I go, I got to figure out, like, where is my income coming from? One, I have a language barrier problem, maybe depending on, where I go. And then on top of maybe having a language barrier problem, then, I also, like, my skill is I work with my hands, and that's one of the jobs I feel like, at the end of the day, the machines are probably not going to be able to take, because they can't take the roofing jobs. You're always going to need a roofer up on your roof. They can't, the welding, which machines can weld, but to a certain extent, right? And, building, contractors and things like that. So, I don't know what machine is building the whole building for you. So with jobs like that, you have a bigger, security blanket per se, in my opinion.
One thing I saw over there, Keisha, it was a lot of countries I went to, they didn't have the machines. They were doing it kind of like back in the day, where there were people still doing the stuff kind of like what we did possibly the way we did it 20 years ago. So I saw both sides of the coin when I was abroad. Well, I wasn't living, I was visiting, but I wasn't over there for a couple hours. I was over there for some days. I spent 21 days in Singapore. I've been to Dubai 5 times, like Hong Kong 3 or 4 times, Samoa, Japan, Korea, Guam, Middle East, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Bahrain, Oman. I've been all over the place, man.
Mm-hmm. So out of all those places that you have been, sir, if you could go and live abroad to one of them, which one would it be?
The rod right now,
mm-hmm.
out of everywhere I've been, it would be Thailand.
Thailand. Mm-hmm. Okay, why Thailand?
You just said it. This is perfect timing. I think you set me up, and it was a beautiful setup, by the way.
Thank you. I do what I can do when I do it.
Because I have a military pension. I'm currently pretty much retired. Then I'll get, I have my investments. And then once I get whatever they call it, social supplement and whatever else I'm supposed to be getting. The reason I picked Thailand is not for the party. It's not for the everything else, the exotic this, that, and the third. It is because the cost of living is so cheap. I watched a content creator on YouTube. He paid roughly $2,000 a month. He had a chauffeur. He had it wasn't his car, but he had a chauffeur who used their car to drive him around. He had a maid / butler. He had a bad crib, and this guy was paying like $2,500, and this included groceries, utilities. Now,
I'm about to go to Thailand.
I've been to Thailand twice. Twice. Would the young Rod go there? No. So the reason the young Rod wouldn't go there is because it is a mega party. It's like Disneyland for adults. Anything goes. You could just do all kind of stuff. So the Rod of today don't care about all that. The Rod of today is thinking more sensibly and how far will my money, my fixed income take me. Back then, Rod didn't care about that. Rod just wanted to party it up. Whoever was living it up, I was one of them. Now, are you looking at the TV?
Yeah, because I'm up on the TV too, y'all. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I have to remember because sometimes,
it looks like I'm rolling.
You have to make adjustments, so I just had to when it came to Australia, the young Rod would have wanted to go to Australia because it was more like America. So it's kind of a two answer. Australia back in the day, or Thailand back in the day, but right now for a place like Thailand, but where I've been, Thailand. They spoke.
I'm down with Thailand. You said I can get a maid, a butler, a chauffeur, and all my groceries and stuff are paid for $2,500. Sure, I might go live there tomorrow.
Man, when I was over there, it was like 45, 50 baht. Their money is called a baht, BAHT. It's 50 baht to $1. It was kind of like being in Mexico. Man, I was walking around with $10,000 bills and a big old knot in my pocket, man. I'm talking about, I could have did one on video where they had the money up against their head talking. But everything was calculated like, say, a meal. If you and I went to lunch and we were discussing the classroom, it would be extremely cheap. It was nothing. I know you don't eat seafood, but it was nothing to get a big lobster and I get a steak and we have some sodas, not even having cocktails, and say we pay 25,000 baht. But you calculate to what American money, I can tell you that lobster was about $8. So you probably back then you could walk out there with about $25 for that meal, lobster and steak for lunch.
Yeah.
So, hey, we got MC in the crib. Let me speak to some of these people.
Okay, MC in the building. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, man. Hey, we try not to get too. If you're gonna be political, just keep it respectful. I see your comment, Jayla. I'm not gonna pull it up, but I do see it. So, Hey, what struck a nerve, Nichols? We ain't here to strike no nerve, but if we do, we want to know what nerve we struck. You know, what nerve did we strike? Don't
even worry about it, because by the time he gets to the comments, he'll be hollering about what you talking about.
You see one, read it out, man. Hey, I'm over here, man. I'm over here struggling. I'm struggling with a C. All right, okay. I'm gonna see. Do your research where you want to move. All right, we already read it. I'm gonna do this here. Amazon has stores without employees. Yep.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah, bogus.
You know what I thought was crazy? Oh, never mind. I'm gonna let that one go.
Hey, this here's a person that's talking about what Sledge was saying. What up, Michael? Michael said, my cuz locked up for 5 years. Shaking my head. What a shame. One mic. What is that one mic? Like, is that y'all's code? Because I know y'all got a show called Two Truths and One Mic. Now, hold up now. Man, Nichols, y'all pretty slick, but see, I'm
okay. Go advertise us, girl. Go advertise.
Hey, y'all, just asking for a friend and the Nichols 13, known as the Nichols Journey. That's their channel name. This is just the handle, but you can type that and get to the channel. They have a show similar to this, but it's just two phenomenal ladies that's just talking about deep topics, and it's two truths and one mic. Last night, I think she got, because last night she did it, but it just had one mic. and I didn't get it. But I think that's what she said. I might be told off, but that sounded good. Y'all just go along with it, all right?
Hey, I don't know if we said this, but YOLO is in the building, y'all.
Black man is back. Black man, I got to know how that went, man. Public schools for that. Hey, my private prison had to be filled. Many private prisons had to be filled at least 85%. They have contracts with the states that they are located in.
That lets you know that they are locking people up for no apparent reason. If you actually signed a contract, you're a state that says, I'm going to produce 85% of the, come on now. Like, come on. Like, nobody sees nothing wrong with this but me and Sledge.
No, I'll tell you, I don't know or remember the rules and all. I mean, when I said the rules, the big picture rules. But my father worked at one. He was a lieutenant at a state penitentiary. And so, hey, y'all, I gotta have what I'm gonna call a classroom flashback. This is an update to a previous episode. A black man was here 4 weeks ago. He got it down to the week, y'all. And thank you for coming back. We really appreciate your support. 4 weeks ago, I got some great advice. Although we're not therapists, we're just giving our opinions, but it was great advice, though, here. Not from just Keisha and I, but from people in the comments. And that's what the classroom is about. That's why we call the classroom. It's not just Keisha and Rod. It's everybody in here. We're the class. We're not even the teachers. We're just facilitating the conversation. All right. Me and my wife's communication is better than what it's been in some time. Keisha, we were just, y'all, this for play here. Hey, we were we not therapists, but and now we kind of like love doctors.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry, man. Sometimes I get excited. He actually talked with her and
That's
not
wonderful. That is wonderful.
Sledge want me to drop
I was gonna say Sledge was there when we had that conversation.
Yeah, let me pull up something. I'm gonna drop just asking for a friend's channel. Can you drop it?
I dropped my channel, boo boo.
Please do, man, because I'm already overworked and underpaid over here. Last time I ain't even get the check. Hey, we're gonna drop the channel. Oh, it's already dropped.
That's it. I dropped my channel, boo boo.
Oh Lord, have mercy. I am behind, man. Lord, have mercy. All right. Hey, Sledge said he subscribed. Most countries will not allow you to buy land, but you can lease for a number of years.
Oh, let's talk about it. United States is the only people that I know are selling us. Never mind, let me not say that. That you can live anywhere in the world and buy land. It's people that own more soil than here in America than Americans. I can't go to any other country and not have citizenship and purchase their land. Like, you got to make it make sense. It's crazy. They have these different foreign real estate companies that are buying up all the land, and they're turning them into Airbnbs, and they're also renting them out. They're not even selling them back to us. Well, why would you buy it to sell it back? So they're, in a minute, these other countries are going to own more pieces of the United States than actual Americans. Like, make it make sense.
You're right. I like what Peace in My Garden. I got two things I'm going to touch on with that. It's a big world. We should at least try to travel to see what's out there. And I couldn't agree more. I'm going to tell you, a lot of people say, and I'm going to read, and I got this off of a whole nother place. I didn't type this or anything, but some people will say Rod's cocky. Now, Rod's confident. I've seen a lot. I've done a lot. And I had no more or no less opportunities than anyone out there. I wasn't born with a silver spoon. Nothing was given to me. I earned and worked for everything that I have. Okay. Living alone or in a new country builds self-reliance, confidence, and problem-solving skills. I just said I was confident. I can't solve every problem, but I know how to solve several. And I had to be self-reliant when I was in countries and I didn't know the language. I remember being in Japan and having to catch a train back to the base. You want to talk about self-reliance. I couldn't read none of those signs. They had all the little drawings of, how they do the letters and stuff. But my self-reliance, country skills, my homesteading, just asking for a friend skills kicked in. I looked for the American flag that was on top of the ship that I was stationed on. And that's how I got back to my ship. Had to think outside the box. So I agree with that. And Now,
For a minute, I thought you was doing a Nino Brown speech. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth, Miss Hawkins. Like, I was like, what is going on? Go ahead.
well, I am like a little Negro. Hey, y'all got excuses, man. We can talk about the most serious thing in the world and still have fun. And I'm a firm believer. Sometimes you have to laugh to keep from crying, man. And we've been talking about a lot of stuff that can make some people cry because there's somebody right now that's going through the things we've been talking about and they don't know what to do. I can tell you one of the biggest challenges of moving abroad. If you don't do it with your partner or your spouse and you just go by yourself, it could be one of the scariest things you ever experienced. When I did it, I can all sound all big, bad, and all that other whoop-de-whoop. I travel here and there, but I went to those places with 350 to 400 other Americans. So I wasn't afraid because I had a lot of camaraderie around me. So just wanted to put that out there. We should travel, even if it's only for a few days. Thanks, Peace of My Guard.
Right.
All right, Lacoste said, okay, classroom, it's 66 here and 23 likes. Could everyone hit the that hasn't thumbs up the live? So do so, support the classroom. Yeah, if you're coming in, man, at least hit the like button. You
Okay.
have it, you doing something, man. My popcorn way over there. Speaking of popcorn, get some coffee here, man.
Okay. Sled says Keisha is right about the people from other countries buying up a lot of our land and property here. Yes. And I'm with Miss Cheryl. It's greed. It's greed. They so greedy that they selling us out. They're not you're allowing all these different real estate companies to buy up all the land. They own more. I believe they own more than we do. And they're buying it in, low, where you see all these signs that says we buy houses. We don't care how rackety they are. It's a lot of those companies.
Hey, can you drop the Nichols link, Keisha? I hate to ask that.
Okay. All right. I'll get it. Go ahead.
Hey, what's up, Country Hustle? Appreciate you being here. We're going to drop that link. And
hey, Country Hustle is in the building. What's going on, Country?
now, Sledge said Thailand is a fun place to visit. Took my very first international business class flight to Thailand on Singapore Air. It's something else. Now, YOLO, I got to go back to YOLO's comment. And YOLO has a whole YouTube channel about traveling abroad.
Yes, Miss YOLO. I know she had something to say. What'd she say?
She said, I, an extensive traveler, haven't visited enough places to say where I would move yet. That's what I'm saying. Just because you go to a place, don't fall in love and rule everything else out, because it may be a better place for you. May not be the best place for your friend or where everybody else would go, but it may be a perfect fit for you. So
right. But I'm just curious, YOLO, out of all the countries that you say you haven't been to enough, but from the ones that you have been to, are any of them piquing your interest? She say, read over here. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
yeah,
Yep.
anyone pique your interest, YOLO?
Did I? Oh yeah, that's the Nichols. I was going to say I'm crazy enough to drop my own link again.
Say that, Rod. Confident because of experience. Thank you for bringing the news back. Hey, man, it was interesting. I grew up in a small town in Arkansas, ladies and gentlemen, and I never, ever thought I would even visit abroad, less known, live, or anything like that. Why? Because my mind was closed to the environment I was living in. I grew up with a mother and father who had that same mentality. It was almost like if you go to a ranch and they had that fence around the ranch, and if the cow go through it, it shock them and they back up. That's how my parents were. They didn't want to leave where they were comfortable. But I'm a firm believer sometimes we have to do what's uncomfortable now to get to what may be comfortable later. I call it playing the long game. I didn't make that up. But you have to play the long game. Everything's not short. So, yeah, there was one hell of a home buying opportunity. You're absolutely right. So, Keisha, you got another one? Because I got a couple more. If you don't, if you do, I'm ready for you.
All right, hold on. Let me get into it. Okay, so you know, a lot of people think that, you know, maybe the grass is not greener on the other side. So they feel like, you know, all countries have their own problems. They have taxes, restrictions, and limitations with jobs. And like I said, what did she say? The one mic, one mic, one mic. What does that mean? I forgot.
I don't know.
Okay, love doctor. I remember. Okay.
Oh, one might love. Oh, okay, the love. Okay, I got you. I got you.
Okay. Yeah. So, and then it says, you know, that it can come with its challenges. Like he said, I may not know the language. I hate going places where I don't know the language. You go to the nail shop and they talking, you don't know what they saying. I hate going places where I don't know what people are saying. Um.
Well, it's funny because I have in my notes one of the
Mhm.
things is by traveling abroad or living abroad, Keisha, you'll develop a sharper ear for foreign languages. And while you're at that nail shop and they talking about you and you've lived over there and you know exactly what they saying,
Mm-hmm.
I think I can't tell you the second thing, but the first thing I think is our due diligence to say, hey, I do know y'all what y'all saying. I speak fluent, whatever the language is, and I would appreciate if you stop. 9 times 10, they're gonna stop. The
Mm-hmm.
second one, you have to do whatever you feel like you need to do to rectify the situation. Go ahead.
Right. Right. I mean, go you. I mean, you keep talking. I was just
Okay, I just think that that's true, but how many people would know enough of that language? Now, when you live there, just because you live there 2 years, you may not learn. You know, there's people that have been in America, I don't know, 40 years and don't know the English language. I've been here over 50 years and I don't know the entire English language.
yeah.
So
I mean, you
don't
learn a
think
new
you're gonna
word.
go to over to this country in 2 years, you're gonna know everything. So I don't know if I totally agree with that, what I just read, but
What?
Leolo said, I love London, but it's not country you retire to. It's not a country you retire to. Expensive.
So
I,
is that where you mostly travel in London, Yolo? I got one.
hold up, I ain't finished this one yet,
Okay,
Keith.
I'm
Hold
sorry.
on.
Go ahead.
I can see why many retirees were in Italy before the shutdown, because I'm assuming Italy is cheaper than London. That's what I'm assuming. So, Yellow, if you can,
So
okay.
let me ask you this. Because of the tension that was going on with us with the United States and things like that, do you feel like it's safe to travel outside of the US, right? I mean, you know, I mean, because I know that a lot of countries probably don't really like us like that. You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you my experiences, and this is something you said earlier, and I was going to circle back. So,
Mhm.
thank you for reminding me. Through my travels, I can't say everyone experienced this. One thing that we don't have on this list that a lot of people don't think about when they talk about moving abroad, there's a whole lot of people that, I'm sorry, I was looking at a comment. There's a whole lot of people that don't think how the individuals that live here are not liked abroad. We're known as arrogant, cocky, and I'm talking about as a whole country. Not
Mhm.
Rod and Keisha, not the people in the comments. That's how we're viewed when you go to other places. I will say though, Keisha, me as an African American and the other African Americans that were with me, we didn't have no problem. I was told several times, I like you. Like they separated people that look like me and say, I like you. And they were saying we were alike because they had a darker skin tone, not necessarily my complexion, but they had a darker skin tone. And they looked at me as like them. And so I think people need to think about that. Could you run into some situations just because you once lived here? Yes. And then there's that blanket group that you're put into. We don't like none of y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what race, gender, age, we don't like none of you. So
Mm-hmm.
hopefully that answers your question. Let me read this here. Throughout the course of history, over, oh wow, excuse me. Throughout the course of history, the overwhelming majority of people are born, live, and pass away within 20 miles of the exact same spot, traveling on a scale available since World War II. Wow.
Well, I mean, I have to agree with even me. Like where I live, I don't think well, I'm not 20 miles outside of Memphis, but it takes me 33 minutes to get to Memphis. So I fall in that category, I guess.
And Jerry said use the translation app on that phone. Hey, and then now you have more, and we always talk about, we talk about AI taking a job, but AI also has some good into it. I'm sure they're going to come up with some things. You can speak it to some phone and turn around, it'll say the whole conversation to the person. Now you have a way of communication. You just better hope what you said was interpreted by that phone and not saying the wrong thing, and you're in a bad situation because you won't know because you don't know the language.
Mm-hmm. Like some stuff in Spanish, they kind of close together. If you don't say it right, it'll be like, what you said?
Can y'all picture this here? Like, I grew up in Arkansas, which I have a Southern accent, but then I moved to California, but I still have some of my Southern verbiage. Like when I was in California, I started saying, hey, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go over here. But when I was in Arkansas, I said, I'm going to go over there. So man, ain't no app in the world going to translate that. Next thing I know, I'm going to say, hey, I'm about to slap you in 30 seconds if you don't tell me what I'm saying. I don't know what this app is going to translate to. So you have to have clarity. I just want to put that out there. Yolo says she's heard many good things about Portugal. So have I. And most East and South Asian countries. Is Thailand South Asia?
Don't give me the line.
I can't remember, man. But now I will say this. One thing I noticed about being abroad in third world countries. Are you prepared to see what's not accepted here? I'll give y'all 2 examples real quick. I'm going to start with one that would just get most people in this country in a frenzy. Imagine you sitting at a bar. I was at an outdoor bar in Thailand, and you're at a bar. Everybody's drinking at this bar, and you have a 5-year-old come up to you at 1:00 in the morning trying to sell you some candy because they need money to help to provide with the family. 5 years old. Meanwhile, you got his brother or cousin, whoever it was, that's 7 behind you pickpocketing while you over here in love with the little one. That really happened to people I was sitting right next to. I'm gonna take it a step farther. I remember being in a Asian country. I'm not gonna say this one, but I was in an Asian country. And I walked by, you remember the old school storefronts where they had mannequins like modeling the clothes? I walked by and I thought I was looking at mannequins, but I saw this mannequin like rub their eye, their nose or something. And it had a number on the blouse or whatever. And it was a real live woman. And that number represented, I guess, like the UPC code or something, because you go inside, go to the counter and say you want to get number 12, and that's who you was rolling with. Are you prepared to see stuff like that or be around stuff like that? Can you avoid it? Yes. But I ain't never heard of nothing like that here. Not saying it's not. I don't know. All right, Keisha, I moved to a computer with my headset. You won't now because we're going to be ending probably shortly. So we'll be back next Tuesday on Just Asking for a Friend's channel. We'll be back next Tuesday on Keisha's channel. Let me take that down here. Right here, Just Asking for a Friend. I would highly, probably if you're on Points Blank Experience, either one we'll get you up on the stage with us, up on the screen. But just because we're so close to the end, we normally drop that about 30 to 45 minutes into the live. So, but hey, stay in here, man. Keep on coming because you're bringing up some good stuff. No, but I've been to the UK more than any other country: Greece, Norway, Italy, Belgium, Caribbean. Wow. So you thought Portugal, East and Southern Asia, you've heard many good things, but still nowhere where you would just say, I'm gonna make that move. Wow.
Okay. Sledge, let us know how much that bill gonna be at that gas station.
What do you say about the gas station?
Said that he pulled over in the gas station to drop the comments. You been sitting at the gas station all this time?
Oh man, Sledge, that's dedication. Appreciate you, bro. Hey, y'all check out Sledge too. I wanna read this here. I'm gonna tell you something. Y'all go check out Sledge 18. He does have a channel that teaches you how to use debit, credit card, points, and miles and travel for little or no money out of your pocket. I also have another channel, Points Blank Travel. It's just like Points Blank Experience, just replace it with travel. He had to push my trip to Morocco to next year because of the current situation. He's going to Costa Rica instead. Sledge, I got one question before you leave that gas station. Is that gonna cost you? No, I ain't gonna even get into dollar amount, but is that gonna cost you any money? Yes or no? I guarantee you. I guarantee you, it's gonna be an end. I guarantee you.
He over there being something. He said, he got a corporate gas card. Okay, he ain't got to worry about no gas. $4.19. The man said it's $4.19. The gas $4.19 there.
Hey, the Game Master just came in the building. Game Master's traveled abroad.
Game Master is in the building.
And I was expecting Game Master. And I don't know, Game Master, I was expecting you. I just would like to hear, we got a few seconds. And I know because friends are, the technical issues. But Game Master, if you're in a location, because I was expecting you to come here and wanted your input on your experience abroad. I don't know if you've lived over there, but okay, got you. Friends, see, man, friends don't know. Boy, friends, we got to get that working so we can get you up here, man. Not tonight, but Thailand is down by Vietnam and Cambodia. Philippines is due east of Thailand. I've been to the Philippines as well. They're kind of similar. I like Thailand better. Okay, I emailed you. Got you, friend zone. Appreciate it, man. I'll check it out after this. Amsterdam. Curious, why Amsterdam?
Oh, that's where she would live? Okay.
Nice. I've heard good things about Amsterdam. 42 real homies in the crib. Please do me a favor. 47. Now hit that subscribe button. Also, don't forget, Just Asking for a Friend, my co-host. She is a content creator. Next week, the classroom, we alternate weeks every Tuesday, 7:05 Central Standard Time, PM. We alternate. This week is on Points Blank Experience. Next week, it will be on Just Asking for a Friend. So hopefully it doesn't confuse anybody. It's a better way for us the way we have it set up. Okay, that's what you just read.
Yeah.
Hey, appreciate you for stopping by, bro. Salute, man.
Yes. Good. Oh, that's when he said he had a corporate gas card. He's fine. He doesn't.
$6. All right. Plus, I'll be around. Okay, appreciate you, man. Okay. No, because it's a young lady that is stuck in Dubai and can't get back here. She went there for her birthday. Why is she stuck over there?
Yeah, what happened? Why are they holding her?
And that's another thing, people. I'm gonna ask, just if you've never heard of it, don't put nothing. If you have heard of this, put a one, a P. I'll put a P. Now put a C for class. By the time I figured it out, it would be 2:00 in the morning.
He getting a C for effort.
If you've ever heard of what I'm about to say, put a C. If you haven't, don't put anything. Status of Forces Agreement. That's all I'm gonna say. And y'all, I was expecting this person to come here tonight, and so was Keisha, and we have Game Master here. What's going on, brother? What's going on, man? Where you at now?
Game Master.
I'm out and about enjoying California. Gonna join the Game Master LLC Studios, aka my car. I was tired, man. I was passed out. I'm gonna take a quick nap before I finish up these taxes. And I was like, oh shoot, there's a live. That's right. I forgot about the classroom.
Real quick, while you walking, I'm gonna read this comment so we can just get into. I got a couple questions. Prezzo said he's watching, Just Asking for a Friend build a chicken coop. I tell you that chicken coop get everybody's attention. She's keeping it country as cornbread. Hey, y'all, I'm gonna start it. I'm gonna take a picture of that, man. That's a new. Hey, from now on, when I do the introduction, you got Points Blank Experience. You got Keisha here. She keeping country as cornbread.
That's pretty good.
Okay, where have you traveled, or have you ever lived abroad?
No, I've never lived abroad, but I traveled to Thailand, Japan twice, and then where else? I went to some other place, and then I went on a 2 week trip. I went to 8 countries in 12 days. Ooh, that was a blur. That was part of the Kentucky tour group. And yeah, I don't even remember what countries they were. It was just like, bam, new country each night. But that was Western Europe. It was like a quick little tour. It was kind of fun, though.
So when you went to Thailand, and Thailand has been a topic of discussion tonight. What did you think of Thailand? I want to hear a different perspective.
Oh, man, it was, make a hard man humble, right? Was that the quote? Peter Gabriel or whoever that was? One night in Thailand, make a hard man humble. Yeah, it's crazy because you could just see the dichotomy that's there. It's like I was staying a little bit further off site at an Airbnb, so it wasn't in like the main area. So we got more of the I don't know, I guess the more traditional living that was there, just outside of Bangkok. So it was interesting to see how people lived over there. And what was crazy is I'd seen people. They have a lot of street vendors and it's 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 pretty rough over there. My friend, she ended up getting sick for like, oh man, like 3 or 4 days from eating the street food. You definitely got to be Thai or something like that. You can't just come off the street and try to do their street food. It's unique, we'll say that. It
Now,
looks good.
did you see or hear any of this? You get a maid and a driver and all that other stuff. Did you see any of that, or did you notice, or did you?
I will say that one of my friends pointed out while I was over there, because it was partly a work trip and then partly with another friend, but they pointed out how there's a lot of times there'll be like older guys with much younger women, and no one's really batting an eye. Like it was kind of common over there. So I don't know. I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, I saw all of that. I think now Keisha asked me, where would I go? Now, would I go? No. But if I had to make a choice, that's where I go because of the reasons of the cost of living. But would I want to go? And I'm gonna tell you, but I'm gonna ask you a few more questions. Keisha, you have any questions for Game Master?
Oh yeah, Game Master. Did you ever subscribe to me? No,
Hold on a second. After this live.
okay.
Hey, have you ever been to Amsterdam, man?
Yeah, that was one of the countries that I went to for like just a hot second. I think we were there for 1 day and 2 nights or so. I don't know what we do. I don't know. Maybe a day and a night over there. Yeah, I went to Amsterdam. We went to the red light district, but I don't know if I could talk about that.
No.
Oh, okay. No.
There's a lot of education. No.
I didn't even talk about the red light district because it's like 4 red lights, really. But
Rob want to talk about the Anne Frank house. That's what it was. No.
Where was it at? The red light district? Where is it at?
We'll talk
I'm
after
looking
this.
up. Okay.
We'll talk about it.
Okay.
Amsterdam.
Okay, so
No, go ahead.
Yeah, so if you could stay at one of the places that you went to, which one would you choose?
I would say Japan. I like Japan the most for a few reasons. I like Thailand a lot. I think Thailand are the most warm and friendly people, but it was too hot. It's super muggy, and I was just sweating the whole time. I was getting sweat in my eyes. There was one time where I couldn't even look. It was just sweat beating all over my face. I had to keep my eyes closed the whole time because it was stinging. And the friend that I was with, she was like, "Oh, there's nothing. Ah, it's just a little humid." So you got to be able to take it. But Thailand, but
No,
Thailand they were really nice.
It's different, Keisha. It's different.
It's always the humidity. Now, I always thought it was the heat, not the humidity. But after going there, and it was like 88 degrees, but it felt like, oh man, I've been to Vegas where it's like 116. In Thailand, it felt like it was 120. It doesn't matter if it said like 80 or 88 degrees. Oh man, that humidity gets you every time. But yeah, back to Japan. Japan was the people are really nice and friendly, but Thailand they were more warm. But when I was going into Japan, it also gets muggy too. But the weather is still pretty nice and beautiful. But everyone there is really helpful. They go out their way. It's nice and safe. It's clean. It's way cleaner than Thailand. You can actually eat the street food there and you won't get sick like my friend did. So the cost of living is it's still cheaper than the U.S. from what I found, and that's just because I guess the yen and the dollar, the exchange is in our favor. The only problem is that they've gotten so much tourism lately that going in the main tourist areas, it's gotten like too expensive. It's like almost paying. It's like the tourist price. It's kind of the same was in Thailand when you went to Bangkok. In certain cities, you're still paying $2 a water, and you're like, "What? $2 a water? That's like the same price at home." You know, why are you paying $2 for that? And then
I
other
wonder, is their
areas,
water clean? And
If you
so
get bottled water, I
yeah,
wouldn't
that's
say.
what I'm
yeah,
saying.
bottled
So
water,
the
yeah.
water, they probably have to
But,
import. I don't know. I don't know how they get clean water,
uh,
but
to,
it's
to,
probably.
uh,
Oh no,
Oh,
no, go
if I
ahead.
could touch on that water real quick, that was
Okay.
one of the things I was going to say. Is I'd seen the people, the street vendors, when I was in Thailand, they were washing one of their carts down after doing that. Like, okay, cool, they're being clean, washing everything down. Why do people give it like such a a bad rap with the street food? The problem was the water that was coming out of it that they were using to clean their stand, their stall, was brown, and I was like, oh, that's bad.
You know what, Game Master? When I was in Japan, and y'all,
That was Thailand. That was Thailand. Sorry, not Japan.
when I was in Japan,
Uh huh.
this is something that people really need to think about. People in America don't understand crypto, don't like crypto, don't want nothing to do with it. But when you live abroad, your dollar changes every day. What you bought yesterday with a
Hmm.
dollar,
Okay.
you might not be able to buy tomorrow. I mean, it's really like that. It ain't like
Hmm.
the price, and they raise the price. It's just the dollar to that foreign currency exchange. I know people that have traveled, whether it's Mexico or other places, you're used to that, whether it's a cruise or a short family vacation. But I'll give you an example. I left Thailand where it was 45, 50 baht to the dollar. And then I went to Dubai where it was dirhams and it was reversed. And it took $3 American to equal one of theirs. And so something $17 was now in my real money, $51. But some $17 or 17 baht in Thailand, I don't even think they sold anything for 17 baht because that was like pennies or 50 cents or something like that. So that's something that I experienced over there. And I'll say somebody talked about Amsterdam is where the people are with the numbers you could choose, going back to that country I was talking about. Now, I will say this about Thailand, Game Master and Keisha. It's the only place I've ever traveled to, and I was there 4 days that was not boring at all. And I couldn't wait to leave. I could not wait to. I said, man, if I stay here a week, I ain't gonna be living. It was just that much of a party, Keisha. It was crazy.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's definitely a lot of party. Yep.
yeah. Lacasia says for some reason the young lady who went over there for her birthday, some reason her flight keeps getting rejected. So I don't know what that's about. I wonder why they rejecting her flight. Friend Zone said there's a growing number of places in the Far East that won't accept anything but cryptocurrency. Good thing we got some. No, but no, yeah. I think that do y'all well never mind. Y'all
Now
let
go
you
ahead.
go.
Now go
Oh,
ahead.
you're the finance person. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I want to hear your question.
No, I was gonna say, like, do y'all think that in a minute because they got Bitcoin machines now, right? Like ATMs. So I'm wondering, is that gonna get bigger? Since he's saying that, you know, Far East is not even accepting any kind of currency other than crypto. Is it replacing the dollar?
I
Is it?
wouldn't say it's necessarily replacing the dollar. I think it's going to be, this is my opinion. I
Mm-hmm,
don't have any facts. It's going to be a global currency. It's
mm-hmm.
not going to be replacing that. It's going to be replacing. And if you don't understand it,
Oh,
I don't know when, but I know I'm prepared right now. If it happened tomorrow,
right.
your boy is ready.
She ready too.
Yeah, I know you're ready. So I did an experiment, Keisha, for about, this is crazy, y'all. I did an experiment right here in the US. And I did it with, I don't have my wallet, my Coinbase. Everywhere I went for about a week, like out to eat or get, say, a Chick-fil-A or whatever, I would look at my crypto, my amount of my crypto before I went in. Let's say I'm at a sit-down restaurant. And by the time I got ready to pay, and they brought that little kiosk looking thing to my table. I sold my crypto right there on the spot, converted it to USD, paid for it with my Coinbase card, got some crypto back, like cash back. And do you know I was averaging probably a 15 to 25 to 30, a 15 to $30 gain in money while I was in there eating. That's how fast crypto was moving. But you have to have the right investments. And I would advise everybody, I don't want to beat this up. I would advise everybody right now, think of crypto as a hurricane. They let you know when the hurricane's coming. They give you time to be prepared for it. You still got some people that want to wait because they don't believe it. Mm-hmm. Think of crypto as a hurricane. It's coming. We don't know when, but you want to be at least some kind of knowledge. That's all I got to say about it. I don't want to.
Right.
Hey, Keisha, I'm curious. Why they keep rejecting her flight, man?
I don't know. That's a good. I mean, yeah, they got to come up. Yeah, I don't know why they're rejecting this young lady's flight. So, I'm gonna have to see. So, I don't even know what I put over here. So, do y'all feel like leaving is running away, or is it more like leveling up? Just for the chat. How many of you in the chat would actually consider leaving? I really want to know that. Like, put a 1 in the chat if you are, even considering. Like, would it be an option for you to leave?
I'm curious to hear this one. And
because I'm thinking about buying a property in Panama just in case I need to go to Panama, if that makes sense.
YOLO said she would consider leaving.
Okay. So we got.
I wish I had Panama money, but nope.
Yeah. So I mean, you would think that like a lot of these properties would be very, very. Sassy's still in the building. Sassy said that she would consider leaving.
MC said she would consider leaving.
MC.
Now, for the people that are considering leaving, that was a great question too, Keisha. Great question. For the people that are considering leaving, do you have an idea of where you would go?
Yeah.
Or do you have a couple ideas of where you would go? Hey, what's up, Fatima? Welcome back.
Fatima is in the building. What? No,
Fatima, I mixed you up with a whole other person last episode.
Yeah.
Smith. I was thinking you was here, so I'm so glad to see you. So.
Fatima, he was calling you L. Smith. Talking, that's Fatima. That is not Fatima. She done came under a new name. That is not Fatima, sweetness. That is not Fatima.
And if you don't mind, you don't have to, but if you are thinking about going to another country, maybe some places, and what's your biggest reason for and this is all choice. You don't have to put anything in the comments, but what's your biggest reason for wanting to go? I'm just curious. Just curious. So Fatima said, hey, Rod, we did it. Okay, you sent it to my IG. Okay, I was going to suggest that, man. You must be reading my mind. Great minds think alike. That way I can look that up about the person that's stuck. I did a live stream a couple years ago. Actually, my daughter, my oldest daughter, came up on the panel with me, and we discussed it. I want to say it was a couple hours, but you can always break it up. I don't know if y'all remember, but Brittany Griner, the WNBA player, she was in a foreign country and got caught with some type of cannabis or something. And it wasn't hers, allegedly. It was in her suitcase, and she was over there. And I'm going back to that status of forces agreement. Just because this is the U.S., we don't have an agreement where everywhere we can pick up a phone and say, send Rod home, send Keisha home, send Game Master home. If that agreement is not in place, they can keep you as long as they want. And you fall under their laws.
Right.
So now I'm going to tell y'all, how would you like to say for 30 years of your life, chew gum every day, you like a fresh breath, you got a habit of chewing gum, and then you go somewhere and you forget about that, and you got a $5,000 fine that you can't pay because it's against the law, and now you're in jail. I don't want to be the person that say, why you're here? Oh, man, I was chewing some gum. Now, you might not. I don't want to be
Oh, they got you good with that gum, Rod.
Hold on. I wanted to like if I don't want to pay, how long I got to sit there? Because I mean, save my 5,000. I might sit.
Well, I don't think it's like over here. We gonna talk about sitting it out. I'm just gonna
Okay,
ride
I
it
was say,
out.
I was sitting out till they let me out on my own recording.
You gonna be in there until you come up with the money. That's
Well, I
how
don't
long you
know
gonna be in there. You gotta come up with that cheddar, you know.
Nah, I don't want to do
Oh,
it.
in Thailand, they got the caning. You can get caned over there, right? That was like Thailand and Malaysia where they did that, right?
Singapore. I was there in
Or Singapore,
1992
yeah, yeah,
when
yeah.
that happened, man. Hey, y'all, exactly what I'm talking about. Game Master brother. They were trying to get that dude back to the U.S. And them people say, yeah, he can come back, but we're gonna handle our business first. And do y'all know? I want to say this dude was like 22, 23. He graffitied this spot.
Yep.
He didn't even tag it. He just did something. And they tied him to some pole or something and got a sugarcane pole. If you ever been down south and seen a real or another country seen a sugarcane pole, this dude took 2 or 3 lashes with that pole. As soon as they hit, I think they put an X on his back, marked it. As soon as they hit him, the skin just. You talking about mental trauma. And that
Right.
was that's because the dude spray painted a building. Over here, they give you a ticket and misdemeanor. I don't know. You might go to prison. I don't know. You know where you
Oh,
at.
you don't know when they do the public gum chewers, man. Whoo, no, I'm just playing.
Yeah. Sassy says she don't have any idea where she'd go at this time. Maybe to a place with a laid back culture. Okay, we getting there.
F. Smith laughing at you.
What else? Hey, what you laughing at? Oh yeah, man. That's why I was
You were confused at her with Fatima.
Man, I just saw the F. You know, these are glasses. They really glassing, and I thought I said, "Hey, Fatima in the house." And she's like, "That ain't Fatima." I'm like, "Oh Lord." All right, maybe to a place. Yeah. Yep. She would have been better off in Australia to me. She would. That's another thing, man. Perceptions. Keisha, Game Master, you up here too. How many people, when you think of going to Australia, somebody say, I don't want to go over there. What's the reason they don't want to go?
The most poisonous everything is in Australia.
The most poisonous, the biggest spider bigger than your house over there. The snakes jumping. Man,
it just looked real hot to me. I don't want to go there.
Okay, I've been there, and I'm gonna tell y'all this. Animals in America? You have, let's say, deer, antelope, and an armadillo. If you go to a rural area, or maybe in the south, or even in other parts of the country where they're not bothered, you may see a deer, you may see an armadillo, and you may see an antelope, or whatever I just said.
Impossible.
Have you ever been in New York City or Los Angeles and seen an armadillo or a deer or an elk just walking down Fifth Avenue? No, just because they're there. I've been to Australia. I've been to both coasts, East Coast, West Coast. I've been to Fremantle, Perth, Sydney twice, Brisbane, Townsville, Albany. I've been all over the place. I've yet to see any spot. I saw some kangaroos though, and I learned real quick. You do not mess. Well, he ain't hit me. You mess with a mother kangaroo's baby that's popping out the pouch, and it ain't like cartoons either, y'all. It's nasty looking. They go get on them hind legs, and they really box you in for.
Okay, they got some muscles too. Like they
look like people, man. They got them guns.
No, I don't
But
want
I've yet to see it. I ain't seen that. So Keisha, you ever seen you out there with a bunch of homesteading property? Have you ever seen I don't know, what's some big bad?
A moose? I don't know.
I know.
She probably got some mooses out there.
I got deer.
Okay, well, I can't think of no animal. If I think
I think it was a wolf out here. They swear it wasn't no wolf, but I swear it was.
Yeah, I ain't gonna get into that one. I don't even want to think about what happened to that dude.
What had happened?
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. So I'm gonna pull this down. I'm gonna pull it out the screen. I'm gonna let you read it. Just read it on your screen.
Okay.
That person, I'm gonna do it like this so I can come back to Sassy's comment. I remember that, man. That person got messed up over a poster because over in that location, they have this propaganda about where we are here that they feed to the people, and he wanted to bring one back as a souvenir.
Oh, you can't. They're not public. They're not for everybody.
Well, first of all, I don't even know how he got over there. That ain't one of them places you just go hop over and holler. I'm going there.
Yeah,
Hey,
you talking about North Korea, right? Yeah, that was crazy. And then he came back. They're like, oh yeah, he's still alive, barely breathing. Yeah, that was cold blooded, man.
Yeah.
I love to hear. I love to live near the ocean. It won't cost as much as what I'm paying in California.
Yeah. California is expensive. I don't know how y'all doing it. But I mean, if you're not renting, you're buying a house, you could probably easily sell it, pocket that money, and go live like a king or queen somewhere else. But
That's what a lot of people are doing. They're selling their houses and they're going to Arizona, going to Texas. A lot of people are going to Texas, but a lot of people that went to Texas came right back.
Don't come to Texas, man. You know, it's a dude that's here, and he's on one of the social media sites, and he be talking about cities in the DFW and the Dallas Fort Worth area, and he say exactly the opposite of how they are, because he trying to keep people from moving here. So if it's a great place, he'll say it's rough, bad. You don't want to go there. The crime rate is high, but it's the opposite. But because it's driving the prices up. Now, I could tell you, Sassy, everywhere I went in the Navy, there had to be an ocean that led to a beach. And there are places out there that were cheaper than here, but you got to look at all the consequences. Hey, y'all, we are coming up on that 2 hour and 11 minute mark. I'm just pointing that out to you.
first of all, did you just say coming up and it's been 2 hours and 11?
Oh, well, we're coming up
You
on
know
the
that
2 hour
2 hour and
12
11
minute mark.
mark.
If she said, I love Australia, I'm telling you, man, Australia was cool. But that's another thing, man. Just because they speak English, it don't mean the same thing that it mean here. In Australia, when they say they going on a holiday, and not just Australia's other countries, that mean a vacation. It ain't. I'm up here thinking, oh, is it Christmas, Thanksgiving? What is it over here? Everything else backwards is December, but it's summer in Australia.
Yeah, and they also get like 6 weeks vacation stat. Like there was a couple of people that I went on my trip with Western Europe. They were all there. It was a 2.5 week trip. I had to save up all my time off at the time. It was like that year and the previous year. And they're like, "Oh, where are you going next?" They all worked at McDonald's. A couple of people were just like one person was a manager, another person was a regular employee at McDonald's, and they all got 6 weeks paid vacation. That's a trip. So maybe Australia. You know what? I forgot about that.
I loved it, man, but it's just you have to really watch. The only thing I didn't see nothing poison, but it was just the language, you know. And they love. I'm gonna be honest. The people I ran into, they loved Americans. They loved Americans. I mean, and I've
Yeah,
been over there a couple
it's
times. Keisha,
yeah.
did you
There's
say you saw a wolf near your property?
Yes, and they gonna talk about it's a coyote. They look like a wolf to me. And like I said, the same people that's talking about it, that couldn't have been a wolf, were the same people that said it wasn't bears around here, and they found one down the road a little ways. So, I think it was a wolf. It looked like a wolf to me. The thing was big, bigger than a dog.
I said if it was bigger than a dog, I don't care what it was. Hey, y'all, right here where I live in Texas, but it was on the other side of the city. I came out at the time when I first moved, I was in an apartment. I came out, and yeah, you would see coyotes every night. I wasn't tripping. You hear them howling, they come in packs. Y'all, I was walking, and I looked down because my phone lit up, and right by my door was a fox. He looked like Bigfoot, but he was only about big.
Like that little baby fox.
No, it wasn't no baby fox. He looked like a grown one. Hey, Friend Zone, if you're talking about an area, I see you coming. I'm not going to pull it up. But if you talk about it, get specific like that for like political and all that, just put the area or the country, and then it'll be easier because I don't want to pull that up. But yeah, I heard about that too. So in this country, abroad, it was allegedly when this individual took power because he wanted to prove that he wasn't to be messed with because he was extremely young in his 20s. And this dude that he looked at as a threat, he had homeboy fed to the dogs. dogs. We ain't got to worry about him. Yeah, I heard about that, y'all. No, Sassy to that part, Keisha. Hey, I got the Slash say he see armadillos. What was that? He said he see armadillos every day. Now right here, dude, Jerry, elaborate on that a little bit more. Do I think it could have anything to do with only because the comments kind of got away? Just
I'm curious about that Canada passport thing.
I know. I was just looking at that. Write it down. I was like, what?
The what now? The what are we talking about?
I can do Canada A. Here our dollar's stronger over there, and as long as you don't go to the East Coast, Quebec, everybody else speaks English.
I went to Vancouver, man. It was like being here. It was really I couldn't, to be honest. I think we went to Seattle. We left LBC, went to Seattle, and then we went to Vancouver. And I really couldn't tell the difference. I couldn't tell where I was. It was like I was still here.
I heard the food's better though, so that's how you can tell.
That's another thing, man. Don't y'all get fooled if you move over there. McDonald's ain't the same McDonald's. KFC ain't the same. I promise you. I went to a KFC, and to this day, I think I ate something that wasn't a chicken. I ain't never seen no chicken thigh about that big. Leg looked like a drumette, and it was a 2-piece. And they charged me full price. And the burgers, the texture is different. I don't know what it is.
You talking about in Canada?
No, this was I ate something in Canada. I can't remember how that was. It was probably close enough here to where but I was like way overseas. That's another thing, y'all. To come back home, you have to strategize when you're over there to make visits. I'm gonna take this a step farther, and because we're getting ready to close out here shortly. If you are overseas, I would highly recommend before you move over there, according to the experts, you should have at least $5,000 before you go. Because it could take you a while to get a job. It may not be what you saw and what you thought it was. And to come back home, if you get over there and you're in a place, and we talked about the friends and the family earlier, depression is real. And you can be over there if anyone does decide to do this. Move abroad, leave the United States. Hey, my hats off to you. I hope everything works out well. And I'm not saying you shouldn't or you should. That's your decision. But your peace of mind is more important than anything. And that's coming from Keisha and Rod in the classroom. Your peace of mind is worth more than anything out there. So I just want to put that out there before I forget. Man, Sledge over here tripping. So y'all, it's Australia right here. He said in the summertime, nothing to see alligator by the pond in his backyard.
Where he at, Florida?
Yep.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes all the sense in the world. He ain't your pet-ish, is he? Because y'all love to make them alligators y'all pets, boy.
Hey, what up, Mike? Mike B said, check out Bill C3 that passed in Canada. You might qualify for a Canadian passport and a way out.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. That's what we were saying.
Yeah, that's what we were writing down.
Yep. I remember during what was it? God, when was it? Oh man, it was during when all the Floyd stuff was going on. Somebody tried to get what do you call it? Asylum into Canada. They applied for asylum, citing fearing for their safety in the U.S. I don't know what happened. I don't think they ever got it or whatever, but yeah, that's a trip. So now you don't have to apply for asylum anymore.
Well, I tell you what, Game Master, did you have anything else for Game Master?
No.
I just wanted to say real quick about McDonald's. I ate McDonald's in almost every country I went to, and you're right. There's some that were just crazy. I had one like in France. They give you potato wedges, and they had this like orange crust on them instead of French fries. In Japan, they have sushi, and they have like a strawberry Oreo McFlurry. Oh man, it was so good. Thailand, everywhere I went, I had McDonald's in every country. They had something different. You were right.
You know, and that's what I've learned about McDonald's, where some people frown upon it in the US. That chain, they cater to, they kind of adapt to that culture. Wherever you are is going, could be, you might not, you may have a Big Mac and not a quarter pounder as an option. You might have a Big Mac and a, I don't know, whatever they eat over there, that kind of sandwich. I don't know, but it's different, man. It's different. I promised, and I'm gonna make sure we don't have anything, because we're gonna close out once I say this. Game Master, man, I want to thank you for coming up to the classroom. I know you always bring something to the table, man. You've been rocking with me for a while. Now you're rocking with Keisha. You got to subscribe to Keisha, man. She ain't gonna let you back up.
Like, is that Game Master down there? Leave him back to stage.
Everybody can come take care of the hall pass, but Game Master. So anyway, man, appreciate you. Got any parting words?
No,
that I'm still working on that video at some point. I'm gonna put some content out. Keep an eye out eventually.
I will, man. I've been looking for about 3 years now, man. That's why these glasses don't work no more. I've been looking for your content, bro. So, hey, man, it's been a pleasure. We're going to get ready to close this out, bro. Thanks for coming up, man.
Bye, Game Master.
All right. Wilbert, who was in the live last night, said, my brothers and my sister, this is the music teacher from Hollywood. Y'all remember? Everything the most is processed food. They put steroids in some food like chicken, cows, and fish. Peace and roof over your head. All right, man. Appreciate that.
Why is there a black box?
Oh, I don't know, but I can take care of it.
Okay, I was just gonna say
magical with these fingers, man. All right, so
No, so I was just gonna say, like, you know, at this point, I guess it's not about leaving or going. It's about what works for you, right? So, you know, if you're gonna leave, you know, you want to consider at least, like you said, moving temporarily there, you know, and I think that will probably work for most people that are retired, because you might want to go out there, you know, a couple of months and stay, and, you know, just to see, you know, if you like it, right? And then another thing is, you know, try to get to a country that does dual citizenship, right? Where you can still be a citizen, you know, in the US, and then you can also be a citizen there, just in case some stuff hit the fan, you know, you can exit stage right or left, you know. So then another thing is travel while keeping a US base, meaning, like, you know, don't just give up. You need to have somewhere to go back to in the US. If you go there and it doesn't work out for you, you know, whether it's family you can stay with, or whether, you know, you keep your home that's here, you know, but most people, I'm pretty sure, probably, you know, have to sell. But, you know, if, you know, you got, you know, mom, dad, sister, you know, that's willing, you know, you just sit them down, explain to them the situation, you know, hey, it's win-win for both of us. So if something was to happen, you could come there with me. If something was to happen, I can come back, stay with you for, you know, until I get myself back in a situation where I can, you know, get back into the groove of things and things like that. So that's pretty much all I have to say. What do you think?
Man, great points, Keisha. And you brought up a lot of great points. And people in the comments that commented, Game Master came up. Thank you.
Thank you, Game Master.
Friend Zone, we're going to get you up here as well. We just got to work through the bugs. One thing that I want to touch on here, you have to think, if you're one of those people while in America and you see a person from another country and it irritates you, like, oh, they need to learn English, or they need to learn the language. I don't like how they do that. I don't like how they do this. And they being a person from a different country. If you move abroad, you're going to become that they. Mm-hmm. You're going to be the one that's different. You're going to be the one speaking a different language. You're going to be the one that do things that are different than what they do. So keep that in mind. One thing Keisha said that really is always a center of topic here, and it's what's right for you, what's best for you. There's a lot of stuff to think about now. You have people that have moved from one state to another and they regretted it.
Mm-hmm.
You had people that were afraid to move from one state to another and they loved it. Both ends of the spectrum there. But what I would not do is, if I had a goal, I had a dream, I had an aspiration or a desire, I'm not going to let someone else talk me out of it. I'm going to find out myself. Whether I stumble and fall, I'm going to get back up. And some people, and I tell you, the moment you mention, if you are thinking about leaving the U.S. and moving abroad, the moment you mention to somebody that you want to go, if their response to their answer is you're crazy, it's because they're afraid to leap out and try something different.
Right.
Don't let nobody talk you out of your thing, but don't be so bullheaded where you don't think logically. I can tell you, prime example, y'all gonna probably say it's apple and oranges. I've been doing this for a while, and I said I was gonna say this tonight. I've been on YouTube since 2020. Keisha's been on here 6 months. I could have been that person that was so bullheaded and knew everything that I had nothing. I didn't want to hear what she had to say. Didn't need her input. She gave me more input and advice than I ever could imagine. And you have to use that when it's making these decisions that we talk about on the classroom. What works for you? Let me jump down in here and all right, we're gonna get ready to get out of here. And I want to pull this up. And my sisters and my brother, we must stick together as Black people in the positive things. And I agree with that. And I think we need to stick together. And you really need to think about this. When you move abroad, they may not be Black, they may not be white, they may be a whole different race or culture. So you're going to be sticking with some people you may not be used to sticking with. So
He says, where'd it go?
Which one was it, Keisha?
I can't. I'm just clicking and ain't nothing happening. Oh, no, he said something else. But it was.
While you looking for that, I'm gonna read what Jerry said. Oh, go ahead. Now, go ahead.
No. Go read what Jerry says.
Keisha and Rod, again, this is from Jerry. Keisha and Rod, again, thank you for a wonderful conversation. Thank you for being here, Jerry, and allowing me to speak my feelings. Much love and prayers. Thank you for being here, Jerry. We really appreciate you. Y'all bear with me here. I'm about to do something real quick. Y'all, this is gonna be in y'all benefit. I know we're both over here clicking on stuff. If you ever done a live show, you'll know it's a lot back here than just us and the camera. At this time, my brother says, when is wars going on? I won't go on no plane. United States, you better stay home. That's more safe.
Yeah, that's the one I was looking for right there. Okay, because I was gonna say I personally agree with what he's saying, but to each his own. Matter of fact, let me say this. I'm going to follow what he's saying, but everyone has their own views on what's going on and how they want to proceed. But like, I think, who was that? Sledge said that he's going to Costa Rica, and that's about it. You know, everybody's staying in their comfort zones. So, and my comfort zone is right now not on anybody's plane.
I'm looking at this, and I know how I want to answer. I'm just thinking of the best way to respond, because it's a great comment. That's not why I'm doing it. But when you say, if you're that worried about getting on a plane, and this is not to Wilbur, this is to anybody. If you're that worried about getting on a plane, he's got the best result. But I'm gonna define the rest of what he's saying. You better stay home. That's more safe. I'm not going to get into specifics, but I will say this: up in the air in a plane may be the safest place to be. I'll let y'all read between the lines. It's much harder to hit something, I don't care if you're throwing a rock. If you're throwing a rock and a bird is flying by, it's harder to hit a bird that's flying by than it is one that's sitting on a pole. Y'all read between the lines. So you may want to stay at home for real, for real. Like everything is Amazon.com, grocerystore.com. I ain't going nowhere.com. You ain't got to worry about gas prices because you ain't leaving. Because everything.
Let me ask you this. Do you think he means home as in the U.S. or home as in a physical house? Did you mean?
Well, it's got to be home in the physical house because if you he ain't gonna get on a plane here, then I wouldn't go nowhere else here because everything is a target.
Well, I don't know. I don't think he mean. Well, I will.
Well, hey Wilbur, what do you mean? Let me see.
Yeah, what did you mean by that?
Let me see. But I'll tell you, I ain't gonna get into that because I'm crossing some lines that I can't cross. But you're gonna have to learn their language and their culture. Yep, that's one we didn't really get on. If you move overseas, they want you to follow their customs and courtesy, and that's one thing about here. Do we even have any customs and courtesies?
No.
I mean, and Pierre is right. When you go over there, they don't be playing. So my sister and my brother, 2 women in the household, and they could be your cousin and your family members. It's best for you to have your own place. Okay. All right, y'all. This here, we're gonna read these last 2. That's the end of it. We're gonna get ready to raise up, get out of here. Okay. Wilbur said it's very good to come out the box sometime, but sometime I have to come back home. I have a house to go to. Okay. Wow, he said we just went viral in Hollywood. Okay, but we're gonna be looking for that viral. Boy, I can't wait to see this, man. Hey, there was one thing I said I was gonna do. We got 24 people here. No more comments, please. I got one more thing I meant to do, and Keisha. I mentioned it last night, but I almost forgot because we got caught up in that. Y'all, thank you for all the input tonight.
Yes.
Hey, just asking for a friend. Next week it will be on her channel. And let me do some real quick here.
Game Master said he subscribed. Game Master.
Hey, all right, Game Master. Hey, she gonna check too, man.
Checking out. No, just kidding.
I'm gonna put it. Let me go here, and it's muted. Okay, let me do some. Y'all bear with me here. I just gotta wait for it. There it is. Okay, it came up. What I'm gonna do right now, what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna give away. We had a glitch last time, but I'm gonna give away 5 channel memberships to Points Blank Experience. You don't have to be here, but I'm gonna tell y'all the rules. This thing, I've been doing some research. This thing goes by most engaging people, not just in this live. Who's been engaging with Points Blank Experience? I guess since the beginning of time, because it pulled up some people I ain't seen in years, so it had to go way back. So here we go. And if you can't see it, I'm gonna look here and tell you who it pulls up. It's coming. And I have no control over this. I can't pick who it is. YouTube picks it. So the new channel members, I promise y'all, I don't pick these people. The first person is picked. Why? Because he's been here every time we've gone, not just the classroom, but every time I go live, he's been here. The Game Master LLC, new channel member. It's going to be a 1 month from today's date. After that, if you want to stay a channel member, you're going to have to pay for it yourself. But the first month is on Points Blank Experience. Orange Cone Vlog is now a member. The Lewis Vibes, now a member. High Off Content. I like that. They High Off Content is a channel member. Growing What I Eat.
Oh, Gweet made the cut. Go ahead, Gweet.
So and I'm gonna do one. Let me pull up this real quick so I can just drop Keisha's link. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show y'all the easiest way to do it, and then I'm gonna drop the link. I'm gonna do 2 things here, and I'm gonna make it capitalized. You do not have to capitalize this, but I'm gonna do this so Everybody can read it if you like me and KC too good. Let me go back here. And then I'm going to drop the handle, which you could just type the handle. And then I'm going to drop the link. But if you type this, if you copy and paste it, you can do that. Let me go ahead and drop that here. Should be populating right about now. There's the handle. It has my name highlighted, Points Blank Experience. Should be highlighted yellow. And then I'm going to do this. And I know we're staying after class here, but this is a good cause because I'm going to have some more channel members. And Keisha's going to have some people learning how to build. Y'all, she checked me, man. She checked me. The boy, I don't know what I just did. Y'all, I just did way the wrong thing. But anyway, I went to a channel. I see how good the content is. Just drew me in. I wasn't even trying to go to a channel right now. But I'm going to drop that in the comments. Let me just put this here.
Is that what you trying to do?
Oh, no, I got it.
Oh, okay.
Well, I was, but I'm here now. I'm here, and I'm going to do it, y'all. I'm here. Keisha trying to take my experience. It's going to be on the vertical side, and I dropped the other one on the horizontal side. And here it comes right here. And I'm going to drop it over. I'm going to see if I can drop it in both places. That's on the vertical side. Here is the horizontal side, and we getting ready to raise up, man. Let me just put this in here. And I want to thank everybody for being here. I think Keisha said her last words. I've said mine. I want to make sure there's nobody else to speak to. Extra credit. Hey, the links are there. Just in case you don't want to know, that's the handle for Keisha right there at just asking the number for a friend. Here's the link to her channel on the vertical side. Here's the link to her channel on the horizontal side or the landscape side. And with that being said, man, thank y'all for being here. Keisha, you got anything else?
No, I think Wilbert answered our question. So can we get that real quick and then we're going to shoot for the moon?
Okay. All right. United States is freedom of speech and other. This is coming from Wilbert. In other countries that you go to, you have to watch what you say.
No, that wasn't it. We asked him, was he saying that you can't leave the house or you can't leave the country? And he did answer it, but
yeah, he meant his own house. He's gonna stay at his own house. He ain't gonna leave his house. That's what I was thinking. He said he's not gonna leave his house. So I mean, you know, everybody have their and again, what he keeps to say about 20 minutes ago, what works best for you is what we do. It's too many people trying to do it somebody else's way. So, hey, Wilbur, man, thank you for making us go viral too in Hollywood. I'm gonna be looking for that, man. And y'all, got a lot of people saying good evening. Lacasia, thank you and Jerry for being here. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your night. Hey, Lacasia and Jerry, I think I said it last time. Lacasia and Jerry, do me a favor. Jerry, if you don't, maybe send it to Lacasia. Y'all do me a favor. Send me your Cash App to my IG at Points Blank Experience. And I'm going to personally, forget the gifted membership. I'm going to come out of my pocket and give y'all a 1 month membership to the Ultimate Experience, which is the highest tier without getting YouTube consultations. So, all right. Jerry, Lacasia, please do that. And hey, Sassy saying good night.
Good night, Sassy.
Does that mean I'm going to get an agent now? I don't know, man. You're going to get an agent. All right, appreciate it. Wilbur say you're going to be a channel member, my brother and sister, on both of your channels. Hey, please do. Hey, y'all, I want to say this. I heard somebody else ask me the other day, and I forgot to mention it to Keisha. Subscriptions. When we say subscribe, it is free. Channel memberships, I'm glad Wilbur brought this up. Channel memberships is a paid thing where you get extra footage, extra content, maybe a short, maybe a live, maybe a video. When we say subscribe to Just Asking for a Friend or Points Blank Experience, that is free. All you have to do is hit that subscribe button. Make sure you select all so you may get Keisha's notifications. You get my notifications from now until the end or whenever. It's free. Pass the word, because a lot of people think you have to pay to be subscribed to a YouTube channel, and you do not. All right, y'all. With that being said, we're going to raise up. As always, I'm not going to even say the whole thing. Hope you have a blessed and prosperous rest of your evening. As always, do me a favor, shoot for the moon. If you don't make it, you'll be amongst the stars. And I hope to see you over on Keisha's back roads or her paved streets, she didn't know I was gonna say that, y'all. And until the next time, thank y'all for coming to the classroom. Class is now out, y'all. Much love.
It's dismissed.
Hey, hey, yeah. I got the feeling we taking it all the way. I gotta get to the Hall of Fame. Been on the ground with a small delay. That's what it takes when you on your job. I'm working till everything fall in place. Like nah, we not gonna fall today. Like nah, we not gonna fall today. Like oh yeah, beanie up Scotty, we going up crazy. Yeah, me and my posse. When it's time to get it, we body to body. Cause bodies get left when we leave the party. Don't get me started, don't make me get out of character. That make you turn to a target. Dearly departed, making a scene like Martin. We up in the scores in the